I'm taking it to. Whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna be making it.
Good evening and welcome now to Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Mule Stadium is where we're at tonight. It is week 11 for high school football, and the Mules are ready to go as we get ready for a district title run, something the Mules have not been able to enjoy in 22 seasons. This year, could it be the difference maker? We're going to find out in about 38 minutes from right now as the Mules are on the football field. They look to be
Good
well
evening and
welcome
right
now to Poplar
to head
Bluff,
coach
Missouri.
Dave Severs
Mule
of the
Stadium
Mules.
is where
He
we're
tells
at
me
tonight.
that
It
his
is week
team
11
is
for
not
high school
only ready
football,
for the battle
and
here
the
tonight,
Mules are
but he
ready to
believes
go.
that this
As
team
we get ready
tonight,
he believes that this Mules team is in for a great fight, no doubt, and we will see tonight if the Mules are able to get it done against a very good team out of Farmington. That's going to be the case. And we've already faced Farmington one time this season, and we're going to go over that ball game in detail coming up here in just a few moments. We want to welcome all of you, whether you're listening to us on the radio here tonight or whether you're watching us on Misha TV or possibly you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube. I want to get to Facebook and YouTube here in just a moment. In the meantime, I'm going to bring in real quickly the second member of the broadcast team here tonight. I've got Sean Mannon right here beside me. Sean is dressed up. He is warm. He is ready to go on the sideline. First and foremost, Sean, let me just say, very nice selection in hoodie you've got on today, my friend.
Yes, this fantastic hoodie that we just had come in this week, the Poplar Bluff Mules football. Has a listen live on KWOC. We've been giving away these all week. We get in T-shirt form. That I know in hoodie form. I know people are real excited about them, and everyone that's lucky enough to get one of them, you'll get to sport one like I will on the sideline. Hopefully stay warm. At least it's not going to be as cold as we initially thought it was going to be last week.
Oh, absolutely. We were thinking it was going to be I was thinking it was going to be around 32 by kickoff. Thankfully, we were way off.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's only going to be in the upper 40s, so it'll still be a chilly night, but, you know, it'll be fine. Great time to enjoy some football here in Southeast Missouri because this is what they've been building up to all year. This is what coaches have been hammering into players all year. Now it's win or you're done. You
Absolutely.
have to get a win tonight or else the season is over, the dream's over. Every player dreams of that state championship. Step one is tonight. They played so well in the regular season, they were able to skip the first round, got a bye. Now they're going to work on making that step to the district finals.
Absolutely. Here tonight, we are talking about what we believe is going to be a great crowd tonight, and we're going to go over this a lot coming up with head coach Dave Severs. But to me, the game difference is going to be for Farmington, number 3, Brett Dry. We're going to say that kid's name a lot coming up tonight. This young man coming in to the ball game, he is averaging almost 7 yards per carry, 9 touchdown runs, and he has missed a lot of this season due to an ankle injury. Matter of fact, we did see him the first round back on October the 6th. Mules were down at halftime 14-7. He was unable to come back in that ball game, and the Mules went on to win 28-14. But make no mistake about it, Brett Dry, number 3, we're going to say his name a lot. Connor Rice, number 27. Also, Kason McLean, number 26. And Gabe Giuliani, he is number 2 for the Knights. These guys are all difference makers. And even though they are a 5 seed, they are not going to play like a 5 seed. And Coach Severs knows that if the Mules get off to a fast start tonight, he likes our chances. If Farmington, if they're able to get off to a fast start, I do not want to be on that sideline being down by 2 scores or more against a team like Farmington.
Yeah, this is the team the Poplar Bluff Mules have to really take precautions of stopping mistakes. Do not commit turnovers. Do not commit costly penalties. That's going to be what the coaches are really hammering into the players. And during the pregame and at halftime, if you get a lead, make sure you keep your foot on the gas pedal. Don't let off because they know what happens. The Mules were able to make the comeback in the second half of the last game. They know Farmington could also do that to them because they did that last week at Webster Groves.
That's absolutely correct. And real quickly, before we go to break here, I do want to give you a piece of information when it comes to our Facebook listeners, our Facebook viewers, and YouTube viewers. Now, you're going to be able to stay with us on Facebook and YouTube if you choose to, but keep in mind, if you want to see the video coming up starting at the top of the hour, that's when on Facebook and YouTube, that is when it's going to change a little bit. The camera's going to go blurry. We are able to show you the pregame. We're able to show you halftime and the postgame, and that is because of Misha playoff rules. Once we get in the districts and further, that means that we have to blurry out the camera. All of our broadcast, all of our production is going to be over on Misha TV. We've got a link set up right now. It is on our Facebook page. Matter of fact, it's in the post right now on Facebook. If you go to that link, that'll take you to Misha's TV's website. Just click on the link and you'll be able to submit your information there. It does cost you $10 and change, but you'll be able to stay with us during the broadcast and see the video coming up beginning at the top of the hour. You're ready to go, Sean? You've got your hoodie on. You've got your, I believe those are muffs you've got on there, some hand warmers.
I got some ear muffs. I got gloves. I was more prepared for it being around 30 degrees, but I'll still be good. It's going to be a great time. If you can't make it out to the stadium, we'd love to have you listening to us live on KWOC or watching us on Misha TV, because it's going to be a great time. Mules trying to get that win and give to the district finals.
Absolutely, and if you are going to watch us, we encourage you, if you don't want to go to Misha TV, you're always able to stay right here on the radio. Stay with us on Facebook and YouTube. If you do stay with us on Facebook, you will at least be able to hear the audio, and we're going to talk back and forth like we always do. Tonight, though, it is districts, and I do want to give a speedy recovery to my good friend, my dear friend, John Scott. He is under the weather tonight, could not make it. He told me he would be here, but I'm going to tell you right now, I talked to him at 9:30 this morning, and he sounded terrible, even for his standards. I told him, stay home and get well, my friend. And when the Mules get the win tonight, next week when we play either Cape Central or St. Mary's right here at home, he is guaranteed to be in the broadcast booth right beside me. But until that time, Tim and Sean, myself, we're going to have a great night, right, guys?
I think it's going to be a fantastic night. Can't wait to get the Mules playoff football. Been waiting all season, and now it's here.
All right, Mike Deal was tuning in on Facebook. He says, go Mules, class of 82, or make that 81, 80, also 82 and 79. He is watching us all the way from Tri-Cities, Washington. My good friend Mary Faust tuning in, TJ Neal, they're all tuning in tonight on Facebook as well. We'll pull up our YouTube comments, and we'll switch over back and forth to our video feed on Misha TV as well. So all that and so much more is coming up as we continue right here live in Poplar Bluff. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and when we come back, we're going to go inside the game day locker room presented by Christian Automotive and Tire. Make that a 2-minute timeout instead. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and we'll go inside the game day locker room with head coach Dave Sievers of the Poplar Bluff Mules. We're back in just a moment. You're watching and listening to Mules Football Live on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
You're in the zone with Baldwin Toyota. Today's spotlight is the 2023 Toyota Corolla. This car is built to win, featuring advanced safety systems and driver assistance technology, along with top-of-the-line performance.
Right you are. The 2023 Corolla is a fuel-efficient, fun-to-drive game changer, and it's sure to be a Mules fan favorite.
Don't just watch from the sidelines. Visit Baldwin Toyota and experience the 2023 Toyota Corolla yourself. And now back to Mules action.
Hey, this is Gary Featherstone, PB Realty Donovan office. We're Ripley County's leader in every category of real estate. We can help you with residential, farm and land, river cabins, and commercial properties. Call us at 996-5153 or stop by our office at 304 East Highway Street between Quick Connection and North End Motel. And let's talk about how we can help you with all of your real estate needs. Or call me, Gary Featherston, at 4026.
We're back live on the pregame show. Time now to go inside the game day locker room, presented by Christian Automotive and Tire and Coach. It is week 11. The playoffs have arrived. It is your Mules against the Farmington Knights. Give me your thoughts first and foremost. How was your bye week? And number two, are the Mules ready again for a rematch against the Farmington Knights?
Well, you know, having the bye has really kind of thrown things off. It seems like we haven't played in about a year and a half, but no, the bye week was good. We were able to give the kids off a couple of days after school last week. We got a lot of lifting and running done during school hours. We were able to give the kids a couple days off to let them kind of, it's this late in the football season, kids are beat up, and so we were able to give the kids a little time off to relax and heal up a little bit. And then we had a couple of just generic workouts last week, with just playing football, just our stuff versus our stuff, since we didn't know who we were going to play. And then went up and scouted Friday night and sat in the rain and watched Farmington make a big comeback. They were down at half and came back and won it, and it was it was good for them. I enjoy when SEMO conference schools do well, so it set up a rematch with them, and we're going to have to be ready because Farmington's they're a good football team. We played them a couple weeks ago and played well in the second half and got a win, so it's we're going to have to be ready to go.
Speaking of that ball game, the last time they were up 14-7 at halftime, you guys come out and scored 21 unanswered. In your mind, going back to that game, what was your biggest difference maker at halftime? What propelled you guys to come back with the win?
Well, Farmington runs the option, and they're really good at it, and we just weren't playing assignment football in the first half on defense, and it just it's something that when you play an option team, you have to be assignment sound and you have to play fast, and we just weren't for some reason. We made a few adjustments at halftime and basically just got the kids to to kind of focus more on what they were supposed to do, because when you play an option team, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and that's what an option's all about, trying to get the defense to do something that they're not supposed to do. So we weren't real super efficient on offense in the first half, and we had a fumble and put the ball on the ground, and so basically at halftime we just cleaned things up and did what we're supposed to do, and things went our way. So that's something we've kind of been focusing on, playing assignment football and playing fast on offense, because Farmington plays fast. They like to put a lot of pressure on you with their defense, and obviously their offense is one that you gotta keep an eye on.
We used last week to get folks ready to go for this week. Injury-wise, where do we stand right now with the obvious, like Darius Graham and then Hunter Clifford?
Well, I think we're about as healthy as we've been in a while. Darius came back after the couple days off and just run around like a little kid, So I think we're pretty healthy. The kids we've had a good week of practice. The kids seem excited. I think they're kind of like the coaching staff. The week off was nice, but man, we're just ready to go. It's been a while since we've played, and I was talking with Coach Gibbs at the all conference meeting last Monday morning, and he said, "What do you think about the bye?" I said, "Well, it was really nice, but I almost would have rather played a game, just to stay in the flow of things." So everybody talks about when you don't play, you get rust and stuff. I'm not worried about that. It's not like we've had a month off, but yeah, the kids are ready to go.
Has the mindset for the kids even started in that this is the first time that we've had the number one seed since this playoff format was established back in 2012? And number two, the community support. It seems like the community, man, they are fired up and so excited about this team and this year in districts.
Well, I think so, and I hope we can play well tonight and keep things going. It's it's like I said, it's a long season, but we've had great support and everybody's. I think there's a lot of people behind us, and the thing about having the number one seed in the district is it kind of lets you you kind of got a little bit more control over what goes on. We've been able to sit back and just kind of watch things unfold last week, football's a weird game. It's hard to beat somebody twice. Especially a good team. This late in the season. We're to the point where we just keep playing until we're not successful anymore, and I don't think this bunch is ready to hand in their stuff yet. We're excited. The kids, they bundled up during practice earlier in the week, like they thought it was really cold outside. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine what some of you guys are going to wear when it actually gets cold outside, but. Yeah, we're ready to go. The kids are excited, and the fan support all year has just been wonderful. And I know there's lots of people that don't make it to the games that watch us and stuff. So I get text and stuff from people, from all over the country, basically that are able to watch the game, and they're really appreciative of it. I mean, my brother watches up in Michigan, and Doug Osborne watches down in Florida, and so we're kind of the global team right now, I guess. But that's pretty cool that we're able to do that.
It really is. And let's break it all down. A final question for you tonight to beat Farmington and get back where we were last year, Coach, in that district championship game. In your mind, give me your keys to victory here tonight.
Well, we have to play sound. We have to offensively. We have to execute, and we got to handle their pressure. They like to bring a lot of edge pressure, and we've got to be able to pick that up. We went back and watched the game film from the first game, and we didn't play very well up front. We've worked on fixing some things, and we just didn't handle their pressure. They like to play real fast, so we just got to make sure offensively that we're putting hats on hats, and defensively we just have to do our job. Like I said earlier, when in the first half we really weren't playing very good assignment football, and then the second half when we cleaned things up and got the kids locked in on their targets, it was a different game. So we're hoping to come out playing fast on offense and playing smart on defense and just see what happens.
All right, Coach. Best of luck to you and the team coming up tonight, and more importantly, go get them, and we'll see you guys afterwards.
Thanks a lot, sir.
You betcha. Joining us inside the Game Day Locker Room, presented by Christian Automotive and Tire, head coach Dave Sievers of the Poplar Bluff Mules. Still to come tonight, we've got your keys to victory, we've got your starting lineups, and kickoff is on the way at the top of the hour. You're watching and listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Maverick Glass offers repair of automotive, commercial, and residential glass, including mobile repair services. From a chipped windshield to a custom glass shower, remember Maverick Glass. Thank you for making Maverick Glass the area's leading glass company for more than 30 years.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
All right, so we are back here once again. We appreciate Coach Dave Sievers allowing us access to go inside the Game Day Locker Room, presented by Christian Automotive and Tire, The Mules are going to come out of Maximus here in the next 10 or so minutes. At that point, we're going to go down field side. Sean has drawn the short straw, so to speak, and he has agreed once again tonight to be on the sideline to give us interviews and analysis from down on the field, and he'll have a great view coming up tonight of any flags that may be thrown. He'll be able to give us all the details coming up on all of that and so much more. There is another big game that we're going to be watching out for tonight. And that game, quite frankly, it is up the road on Interstate 55. It is St. Mary's. It is Cape Central. My good friend Ryan Tate, he is on the call tonight for Cape Central. Him and I have been texting back and forth this morning and today, and he has agreed to keep us up to date on that ball game because, quite frankly, if we get the win tonight, then the winner of that game is going to make their trip down to Poplar Bluff. So that's what we want to know. So we'll keep you ahead on what's going on during that game at Cape Central and St. Mary starting at the top of the hour. And a lot of folks with us right now on social media, Facebook and on YouTube, and a lot of folks like Dan Elder, he is already saying that he's got his Misha TV subscription. So thank you so much, Dan. Hopefully, top of the hour, you're going to have a great broadcast coming up. Also, Travis Gowan, Brandy Alcorn, she is with us right now in the stands across the way, and she is listening to the interview with Coach Dave Sievers. A lot of folks right now tuning in tonight. Sean Manning gave him a fist pump. He is going down toward the sideline here in just a few moments, and we're going to check in with him a lot today. So all of that coming up and so much more as we begin here a very busy broadcast 17 minutes away. And now that means it is now time for our starting lineups here tonight. It's all being brought to you by our good friends at First Midwest Bank. We're going to come back in 30 seconds with our lineups. It's all being brought to you by First Midwest Bank on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Imagine playing sports, reading, or driving without needing contact lenses or glasses. The eye LASIK procedure at Eye Care Specialists could be the answer to help you improve your vision. Call Eye Care Specialists to schedule a free screening.
All right, so here we go. It's our starting lineups brought to you by First Midwest Bank. And let's start with the away team, the Farmington Knights. And let's talk about defense a little bit here this evening. Defensive end, it'll be number 59, Bryce Cathhart, a 6'3 senior. Also number 56, Luke Berkner, a 6'1 senior. Defensive tackle, number 52, Scott Fripp. He is a 5'9 sophomore. Outside linebackers are 66, Mason Prumps. He is a 5'9 sophomore. And number 26, Kaysen McLean, 5'8 junior. Inside line, I should say, number 2, Gabe Giuliani, an outside linebacker at 5'8 senior. Inside linebackers are number 5, Damian Cabrera, 5'9 senior. And number 26, Kaysen McLean. He is a 5'8 junior. Cornerbacks here tonight are going to be number 12, in zoner, a 6-foot junior. Number 3, Brett Dry. More on him in a moment. Our safeties are number 10, Tatum Tinsley. He is a 6-foot sophomore. And number 27, Connor Rice, a 5'9 junior. Offensively for the Knights, it is wide receivers, number 7, Rhett Coughlin, a 6'1 senior. Number 12, in zoner, a 6-foot junior. Also, the other wide receivers are number 27, Connor Rice, a 5'9 junior, and number 2, Gabe Giuliani, a 5'8 senior. Left tackle is number 59, Bryce Cathhart. Our left guard, Scott Fripp. Our center is Corey Crawford, number 51, a 6'2 junior. And right guard at number 60, Aiden Saunders, a 6'1 senior. At right tackle, number 56, Luke Berkner. And the running back is going to be Kaysen McLean, a 5'8 junior, weighs 190. And the quarterback is Brett Dry, number 3, a 6-foot junior, weighing in at about 170. So those are the Knights starting lineups here tonight. That being said, we're going to pause and go right to our national anthem, and then we'll come back and we will have our Poplar Bluff Mules starters coming up Right now we are watching the junior ROTC. They are about to make their way on the track. Now they begin. We'll let Tim zoom in on the ROTC, and then we'll bring you our national anthem. Tonight it's going to be performed by members of the Show Me Marching Band. So we'll go down field side now for the playing of our national anthem and come back with our starting lineups. All right, that is our national anthem this evening, performed by the Show Me Marching Band, and they always do a phenomenal job. Our good buddy Casey Proctor tuning in tonight. He says, let's go Mules. And before we get to our starting lineups, I'm not sure if you have heard or not, but we were so honored to be able to break this story first here earlier today. Our good friend Casey Proctor, congratulations, appointed to the Butler County judge position. He will be the new presiding circuit judge when the Honorable Michael Pritchett retires coming up on November 16th. We're going to have much more on Casey Proctor coming up during our broadcast, but a good friend of ours and such a great guy to get to know, and really does a great job for public service in Poplar Bluff and Butler County, appointed by the governor's office, and we'll have a lot more coming up on that here as we move throughout this broadcast. Let's go ahead now and get to our starting lineups here tonight. And let's talk about Poplar Bluff. We told you about Farmington a moment ago. Let's get to the Mules defensively for Poplar Bluff. Defensive ends at number 52 in Pierce. He is a 6-foot senior. Also number 87, Lincoln Warren. Lincoln Warren is a 6'2 junior. And the defensive tackles, number 75, DJ Hubrin's a 6'1 senior. Also number 69, Joshua Alcorn. He is a 6-foot senior. The outside linebackers tonight, number 18, Nico Gaddy. Boy, he is fun to watch. He is a 6'2 junior. Also outside linebackers are going to be number 8, Connor Stevens, a 6'1 junior. Inside linebackers are going to be number 1, Logan Height. He is a 5'11 senior. The cornerbacks here tonight are going to be Dylan Hall, number 17, 5'7 junior. Also in replace of Jay Soto, it is number 3, Romeo Waltor. The safeties are Hunter Clifford, a 6-foot junior, and Spencer Nunn, number 28, 6'1 junior. Let's go down field side now to Sean Manning. He is right there near the Mules, and Poplar Bluff getting jacked up, Sean.
Yeah, it looks like the players are getting ready to come on out, get this crowd going before the start of this district semifinal.
Who's down there holding number 33, Lane Savant's flag there, Sean? Is that Colin McBride, number 11?
Yes, it is number 11, McBride. He's ready to head out. It looks like Darius Graham has number 2, Old Glory, and they're ready to get this started.
All right, so I see Coach Pyland down there. We're going to have Sean on a lot tonight. There is the smoke, and we're going to see the Mules coming out here momentarily, and then we'll get their offensive starters as soon as the Mules make their way out onto the football field. You can see them getting jacked up as Colin McBride, Darius Graham leading out the Mules, running out of Maximus here. And it's been a tradition all year long that Colin McBride brings out the flag for number 33, Mr. Lane Savat. Of course, we honored Lane 2 weeks ago here in Poplar Bluff on senior night. And now as the Mules are in the end zone getting last-minute instructions, let's talk about our offensive line for the Mules here tonight. At left tackle, number 71, Kyler Wilson, a 6'2 junior. Left guard, number 64, Logan Davis, a 6'1 senior. The center tonight is Chase O'Neal, number 58. He is a 6'2 junior. Right guard at number 70, Landon Park, a 6'3 senior. And at right tackle, number 75, DJ Hubrins. Our wide receivers tonight, they are Romeo Wantor, a 6'4 senior. Darius Graham wearing number 2, a 6' senior. Also number 17, Dylan Hall, a 5'7 junior. And number 18, Nico Gaddy. He is a 6'2 junior. Our running backs here tonight, starting off with number 1, Logan Height. Height is a 5'11 senior. Also number 11, Colin McBride, a 5'11 senior. And we can't leave out Aiden Pratt, number 35, a 6'2 senior. And the quarterback tonight, he is number 7, Jay Edmondson, a 5'11 junior. Those are the starting lineups for the Mules and the Knights of Farmington. And that's where we are right now. And we are about set to go tonight for some high school football coming up at the top of the hour. All right, so we are about maybe 8 minutes away from, or make that 7 minutes and 20 seconds away from the official start of this football game. The Knights now, they are running out on the football field. We're going to be meeting our captains. We will have the coin toss and the kickoff coming up at the top of the hour. But on the way next, it is our Keys to Victory. It's all being brought to you by Kevin's Automotive and Tires. We're back in 30 seconds with our Keys to Victory. You're watching and listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is now a certified dealer for Bridgestone and Firestone tires. Kevin's Auto is also a full-service garage from brakes and oil changes to electrical and AC. Don't forget they also offer custom muffler work. It's Kevin's Auto and Tire, located on Cravens Road in Poplar Bluff.
All right, so here we go. It is our Keys to Victory brought to you by Kevin's Automotive and Tires. And you heard Coach Sievers talk about this earlier on during our broadcast. For the Mules, it comes down to whether or not the Mules can get off to a fast start. The Mules have got to be able to keep their offense on the football field and, more importantly, keep that defense fresh. Mules have got to be able to put a body on the run game when it comes to Farmington. Got to watch out for Gabe Giuliani, got to watch out for Connor Rice, and especially Brett Dry. He is a difference maker. Let me tell you, when Brett Dry is in the lineup for the Knights of Farmington, it is always a good sign for Farmington. So the Mules know they've got their work cut out for them, but most importantly, they've got to be able to control their emotions and play with a good tempo and get off to a great start and get this Mules crowd involved early in this contest. If they're able to do it, then they'll be able to get a win tonight. All right, let's go right to our social media questions. Miss Loretta Hart, the link, my dear, it is in the Facebook chat. On the actual text part, click on the link here on Facebook, and that will take you right to Misha TV, and you'll be able to do everything there. Follow the prompts, and you'll be able to watch the video coming up at the top of the hour. Morgan McIntosh is tuning in. Rebecca Osborne as well. Miss Diana Stewart is tuning in tonight. Glad to have you alongside. Remember, if you're wanting to watch the video coming up on Misha TV, the link is set up in our Facebook chat in the actual body part of the Facebook text. You'll be able to click on the link, and that will take you right to Misha TV to put in your information. All the proceeds go right to Misha. Tim and I just do it because we love high school football, and we want to give you a variety of options, whether you're listening on the radio or maybe watching or listening to us on Facebook and YouTube or watching the video live on Misha TV. So glad to have you alongside tonight. I got Grandma Jackie. She is tuning in as well back on W Highway. And Sean, real quickly, Grandma Jackie tells me to tell you, if we don't come out strong, she's blaming you, my friend.
I will take it.
Now, you don't want to mess with a 90-year-old woman, Sean, let me tell you.
Oh, I know I will lose that battle, but I would gladly take the beating from Grandma Jackie.
All right. I've been trying to win that battle for a long time, and I continue to lose as well. Let's get our captains here tonight, and let's start with the Mules, and they're going to be walked out with Logan Height. Height is a 5'11 senior for the Mules. Also coming out tonight, number 2, Darius Graham, a 6-foot senior. Number 3, Romeo Wantor. He is a 6'4 senior for the Mules. And also coming out tonight, big man number 75, DJ Hubrins. He is a 6'1 senior. On the other side of the football for the Farmington Knights, they're going to be led out by number 2, Gabe Giuliani, a 5'8 senior. Also coming out here tonight is number 5, and that is Damian Cabrera, a 5'9 senior. Number 7 for the Knights is Rhett Coughlin, a 6'1 senior. Also out there, number 56, that is Luke Berkner, a 6'1 senior. The head coach, by the way, for the Knights of Farmington, it is Eric Krupe, a great guy, his 11th year. His winning record is 65-57, a winning percentage of .533. The Mules are being coached by Dave Sievers in his 6th season. Also a great guy, one of the best guys I know. 32-30 on the year, a winning percentage of .516. All right, Sean, if the Mules win this toss tonight, where do you think they want it? Are they going to want the ball first, or are they going to want to be on defense first?
I think they're going to take the tack. Most teams are taking the tack of taking the defense first, getting the ball to start the second half. I think the Mules will do the same if they were to win this toss.
All right, so we're going to see what happens coming up here tonight. As soon as the Mules come out, and we're going to get everything going here in just a moment. We will have the opening kickoff here in just a moment as well. And as soon as we get all of that going, we are going to be ready for this ball to go in the air here momentarily. The Mules now getting ready to go. And as soon as right now they're doing the coin toss, and as soon as they get that going, we'll know exactly what's going to happen. We'll see if Sean is correct or not, if the Mules decide to take it on offense or have the defense go out and stop Farmington to begin with. That'll be interesting. So there you go, Sean. What was it?
Looks like they're setting them up now, going to tell us. Looks like Farmington won the toss and will receive.
All right, so Farmington wants the football first, and that means the defense will see them first. We're going to go to a 30-second timeout. Kickoff is on the way next. It's all being brought to you by Russians Towing in Poplar Bluff. We're back in 30 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Did you know that 60% of Americans don't have a last will and testament? At Scott Law Firm, we understand that planning for the future can be difficult, but it's important to have a plan in place, no matter the size of your estate. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Call Scott Law Firm.
Here's a quick and easy test to see if you need new tires. Insert a penny upside down, and if you see the top of Honest Abe's head, your tread is too low. If you don't, you're good to go. So when it's time for new tires, remember, Christian Automotive and Tire, keeping you safe on the road.
All right, so here we go as the Mules now are going to come out, and they're going to kick it away tonight. Colton Palma is back with us tonight. Boy, the soccer team had a phenomenal season, 16-win soccer season, and that means Colton Palma, he is with us here tonight. He'll be kicking off. The Mules will kick off first, and the Mules will go from right to left here in the first quarter. So now back to return deep for the Knights of Farmington. You're going to have Kaysen McLean. He is back there. So now Colton Palma, the Mule student section's fired up. Sean's ready to go. Tim Hicks on the camera. And week 11 is underway. It is a short kickoff taken at the 19-yard line by Damian Cabrera. and he is going to be dropped down by the Mules. Great jobs on special teams by Caden Jenkins. He is in on a big hit that time, and that'll be 1st and 10 coming up here for the Knights, and they will have it 1st and 10, going to be just inside. They're going to mark him down at around the 21-yard line, so that's where the Knights will take over, and our first plays of offense are about to begin here in Poplar Bluff. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and let's see what the Mules defense can do with it. So the first handoff goes to Connor Rice, and boy, he had a big game. Great job by Avery Persons. He is out there, number 25. They made a change on us right there as soon as the game started, it looks like. So quickly as the Mules, Connor Clifford also in on the tackle as well. They're going to give him out to about the 26. So a gain of about 5 yards there on 1st down. Very good gain on 1st down. 2nd down and about 5 to go in the opening quarter. Brett Dry now gets his receiver. It's going to be a 1st down. Clifford is able to make the stop as well. And that's one thing Farmington, this Brett Dry kid, brings to the table. So Sam Woodson is the man there that gets the receiver, the receiving yards rather. So now it'll be on the 31, or make that the 38-yard line rather. And there is a quarterback keeper, and he is up the middle. Logan Height with a big stop there. By the way, the play before that went for 12 yards, and this one is going to be a huge gain by Brett Dry, and that's what Farmington wanted to do. They're going to move it all the way out to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 11, so 2 first downs in a row here by the Knights. And now another pass play. This one goes out to Woodson again. Not going to get a whole lot of yards at that time, but still is able to get into the Mules side of the football field. What are you seeing down there, Sean?
Brett Dry is just operating very efficiently. He was able to get most of the Mules defense to bite on that option, on that long run. That's something the Mules are going to have to work on. Make sure someone's keeping an eye on him and doesn't, let him get that free run.
So a 4-yard pickup there on 1st down. It's now 2nd down and 6. They're already in Mules territory. They're going to hand it off again to McLean. McLean's got some room to run, and boy, he's going to get a lot of yards. Hunter Clifford, the only man to stop him, and he does knock him out of bounds. But Farmington off to a great start here. Much better start than what they did last week against Webster Groves, and that'll be inside the red zone, and that is a Farmington 1st down all the way on the 15-yard line. So Farmington is off to an impressive start. That play alone, it goes for 32 yards for Kason McLean. It is a 1st down and 10 for the Knights. And it'll be another handoff this time. Runs into a brick wall that time as Spencer Nunn is in on the tackle. That was Connor Rice that got the carry that time. What a way to start off that set of downs rather for the Mules defense, Sean.
Yeah, the Mules defense is not really getting the penetration they want. Brett Dry's kind of giving them fits and starts. We'll see if the Mules can make an adjustments here as we get down the red zone.
All right, 2nd down and 9. They gave him a yard of forward progress, and Brett Dry now back to pass. He's going to throw it this time. He's got a man there. It'll be short yardage. It is good, and this one again to Sam Woodson. What we're seeing so far, Sean, no Gabe Giuliani. It's been a heavy dose of number 21, Sam Woodson, so far.
Yeah, Dry definitely has his preferred receiver that he's going to have to keep looking at. Hopefully the Mules don't overcommit on that receiver and leave open other receivers on the other side of the field.
So 3rd down coming up here, 3rd down and 2. The Mules right now, 41% stopping them on 3rd downs. This one is 4-down territory all the way, and he's going to have a 1st down. Kason McLean is going to get to, I believe he's going to have the first down yardage, Sean.
No, looks like he's about a yard short, maybe half a yard.
So they moved him back a little bit. I was thinking the 5-yard line, so it's going to be more like the 6, I believe. Yes, it is. Boy, how critical right now, Sean, is this play on 4th and goal, or 4th and 1 rather, on the 6. Now they're going to push him forward, and we'll see where they mark him, Sean. You got a better angle. Did he get it?
He's right on top of the pile, so we're going to see what's going to happen. That penalty.
Flag has just come out as well. We're going to stay with you, Sean, because you're down there closer to the action.
I thought he was short on the initial push, but
where's the
see
penalty?
What happens.
Yeah, where's the penalty going to be on?
Yeah, and if the penalty is after the play, is that going to count after the turnover? Because if it's a 4th down turnover on downs, we'll see here in a second.
Well, you're going to get the call, so we'll go right to you for the official call, Sean. Official walking over there
short of the line of gain.
After the play.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul on the Mules. It'll be first down for Poplar Bluff.
All right, good deal. So the Mules will have it. Great stop by the Mules as they were able to stop them, but it is going to be a foul or a penalty on the play, rather, and the Mules will have it now, and I believe they're going to spot him half the distance to the goal. They will. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 3-yard line. So the Mules defense, they do their job. They force a big stop there near the goal line. Farmington thinks they've got the football, but they do not have the football. I'm right, Sean. It's going to go to the Mules, right?
Yeah, so since the personal foul happened after the play, the turnover has already occurred. So that's going to put the ball half the way back to the goal line, but it will be Mules' ball.
So Mules have it now, 1st and 10 on their own 3-yard line. So here we go. Now, Jay Edmondson bringing out his troops now. He is standing in his own end zone. We'll see what the Mules can do with it. They're going to give it a run up the middle. Not going to get a whole lot there. And Logan Height is going to be the ball carrier for the Mules on this first possession. Height is going to get it to about maybe the 4-yard line. So maybe just a yard of forward progress. 2nd down and 9. So now,
with the reception for the Mules. Brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd down coming up now for the Mules. So 3rd down coming up here for Poplar Bluff on the 10-yard line. We'll see what the Mules are able to do with it here. A big 3rd down coming up here. 3rd down and about 2. 3rd down and 2 coming up now. That last pass, by the way, went to Darius Graham. So Graham gets about, it's going to be, I thought it was going to be a pass play. Instead, it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and I believe it's enough for a 1st down, Sean.
Yes, it was. That was a great job by Jay to avoid contact and get the 1st down at the 15-yard line.
All right, so Jay Edmondson moving those chains. It is a Larry Hillis Dodge 1st down. Edmondson is able to get to the 15-yard line, and that'll move the sticks. Let's go right to our Facebook page here, and let's see here. Patrick Jenkins. There's no advertisements on the Misha feed. I'm watching the Misha feed here as well. There's no advertisements on that paid broadcast, just only on Facebook. Facebook and YouTube will have the ads over it. There's another big pass by Jay Edmondson. Boy, what a catch by Darius Graham. I thought that was going to be overthrown, Sean, and boy, Darius Graham made a huge catch.
Yeah, Graham really had to stretch out to make that catch, but Poplar Bluff did well to get out of their own end zone and has a healthy drive going here in the 1st quarter.
Yes, they do, all the way out to the 33-yard line. A big catch by Darius Graham, 1st and 10, Poplar Bluff, and now the Mules moving the football a little bit. Edmondson thought about passing it. He'll keep it himself and trying to make something happen. And this time, the defense of the Knights all over him that time, Sean, not able to get a lot.
Yeah, they know now they have to keep an eye on Edmondson or he will run, and they had at least 3 players keeping at least side eye on him. Were able to stop him right there near the line of scrimmage.
I believe he actually may have lost a yard there, maybe 32.5-yard line. We'll keep it 33-yard line, 2nd down and 10. If you want to see the game in its entirety, there's a link set up on the Facebook feed under Misha TV. There's a long pass to Romeo Wantor. Wantor's got it. He's got a man to beat, and he'll be taken out of bounds. What a play by Romeo Wantor, as well as Jay Edmondson, and the Mules are in the end zone, presented by Baldwin Toyota. What a play, Sean, there by the Mules. You got a long way to walk, my friend.
Yeah, Romeo Wantor is just fast. Was able to run right past his defender. Edmondson saw it and was able to put up a perfect pass for Wantor to take down, get him all the way down the red zone.
All the way down to the 8-yard line. His biggest gain of this year for Mr. Wantor, 59 yards. And now the Mules are inside the Baldwin Toyota red zone. Boy, this is where the Mules have got to be able to punch it in. The Mules coming into this drive, they are on red zone opportunities around 90%. And this one is going to go up the middle. Logan Height with the ball carrier for Poplar Bluff, and he's not going to get to the end zone. He makes them closer. The Mules, by the way, on red zone opportunities, 26 out of 28 so far this year. 93%. He gets 4 yards. And the Mules now 2nd and goal on the 4-yard line. And we'll see what the Mules can do with it here. Edmondson now lines up, and he's going to be he'll be behind the center. They're going to hand it off again to Logan Height. Logan cuts up field, and he's going to be near the goal line. Sean, did he get in?
No, he lost the ball before he crossed. We're going to see if he went down.
Is it going to be down by contact? I don't see an official signaling yet.
Looks like we got a discussion right now.
I'm going to keep it with you, Sean.
He definitely did lose the ball.
We'll keep it with you for right now, Sean. What do you think?
Right.
Are they going to give it to Farmington?
He was short of the goal line when the ball came out, that's for sure. We're going to see if they're – looks like we do got a touchback. It'll be Farmington ball.
It's Farmington football. So so 2 turnovers on each side, and Height. So the Mules will turn it over right there at the goal line, and I believe it's going to end up being, you said touchback, right, Sean?
Yeah, it's a touchback. It's going to come out to the 20-yard line. He lost it at about the 1-yard line and just kept on squirting into the end zone where Farmington was able to make the recovery.
All right, so it's going to be on 1st and 10 now on the 20-yard line by the Knights. So the Mules will turn it over. Boy, the Mules had a great opportunity there and just could not punch it in. Red zone opportunity lost there. Now the Mules defense are right back to work. Casey McLean gets a handoff. McLean is not going to get a whole lot. So now McLean is going to have it 2nd down and 10. No gain on the play after the Mules unable to get anything on. They could not come away with points. Boy, that was a rough set there. The Mules had everything going their way too. So now Brett Dry, he's going to air it out to Sam Dotson. Dotson is he dropped it. Oh my goodness, he dropped it, and great coverage by Dylan Hall. But that was going to be a big catch by Farmington. The Mules on that one, Sean, got very lucky. Great coverage by Dylan Hall.
Yeah, good coverage by Dylan Hall, but Dodson should have had that.
That was in Dodson's breadbasket for sure.
So you know the Farmington's going to be regretting that, but that does tell them they can pass the ball. You wonder if they're going to come back and do another long ball right after this one.
3rd down and 10 now. So the Mules defense so far doing its job. Our sponsors tonight are State Senator Jason Bean, Maverick Glass, Edmondson Warren, and Holt Legal Services. 3rd down and 10. So now Dry going to roll out, passes again to Brett Dry, or make that to Sam Dotson. It is another 1st down, and you called it, Sean. They went right back to Woodson rather that time, and Woodson makes a big catch.
Yeah, you knew they had established that they could do the pass, so they needed the yardage and were able to go get it. Farmington has turned the momentum of this game. We thought it was going towards Poplar Bluff. Let's see if the defense can stiffen up and get a stop.
So now let's see what the Mules can do with it here. Defensively, Brett Dry going to keep it himself, and he's going to get some good yardage, and he's going to get to about the 39-yard line. So good gain on 1st down, and I tell you what, man, this Farmington team on the ground, they are doing a lot of things differently tonight than what they did back earlier this year. They are throwing the football, and they are running the football as well, very effectively so far. Dry is 4 out of 5 on the ball game thus far, 37 yards. And then, of course, the one drop by Woodson. Dry going to keep it himself. He tries to bounce outside, and he's going to have a 1st down all the way to the 45-yard line. So Dry picks up 6 yards on the carry. And right now, Sean, much like in the first matchup, the Mules defense, they haven't figured out number 3 just yet.
Yeah, he is just staying on in his zone so far today. Defense is going to have to figure out some way to stop this, or this is going to be a long game.
So now 1st and 10, 45-yard line, 2:19 to go here in the 1st quarter. Still no score. Dry again. Pitches it. Oh, it's going to be a fumble. And the ball come loose, and Clifford nearly came up with it. Good job there by Connor Rice. Boy, good concentration there, Sean. And Rice nearly fumbled it, and Hunter Clifford nearly came up with it.
Yeah, I don't know if Rice was expecting that pitch, but he did a good job of recovering from it.
He did.
The Farmington is still continuing to use this option. Let's see if they're going to try pivot away from that as they get closer to the Mule side of the field.
2nd down and 6 now. The Mules on defense trying to come up with another big stop here. And another pass. This one goes over the head of, or make that Sam Woodson, and it'll be incomplete. A rare incomplete. Only his 2nd incomplete pass so far, Sean. And you can see the frustration on Woodson. He's telling himself he should have had that one also.
Yeah, I don't know if you can put too much on the quarterback there, but he did maybe have it a little high. But he's going to continue to try to work through that because they need 6 yards to get a 1st down. They definitely don't want to give up the momentum here at the half field.
1:38 to go here in the 1st quarter. Still no score in this Class 5 semifinals. And now Dry back to pass. Dry is going to throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. It is a big 4th down coming up. Good job by Chase O'Neal going after the quarterback there. So, Sean, I'll put it in your category. 4th and 6 on the 49-yard line. Looks like they're going to punt it away, so never mind.
Yeah, I think that is the correct call. You can't risk giving it to the Mules offense at midfield. Might as well put them deep and see if your defense can come up stop with another stop.
So end zone are going to come out and kick it away. He is averaging about 29 yards per kick. And we see Sean running down the sideline there basically to the other side. Darius Graham standing at his own 15-yard line. Here's the snap, and there's the kick. It's a gorgeous one by Zoner, and the Mules do all they can. They just get away and let that ball roll, and the Mules are going to have it at around the 10-yard line. So that is where Poplar Bluff will set up shop. Our Mules sponsors tonight, they include our good friends at Air Solutions at Larry Hill Estage. Also being brought to you by Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. Also being brought to you by First Choice Insurance, Baldwin Toyota, Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Kevin's Auto Repair, Scott Law Group LLC, and First Midwest Bank. So the Mules will have it now, 1st and 10 on their own 11-yard line. So now let's see what Edmondson and the Mules can do with it. And here's another handoff, this one going right up the middle. Not much there, maybe a couple of yards. 2nd down coming up here. As Height with the ball that time, and he keeps 2 hands on it, and he's going to get it out to about the 13-yard line. So he gains about 2 yards. I haven't heard any updates yet on the score from the Cape Central and St. Mary's ball game. We'll work on that for you. Edmondson, he's going to air it out this time. He throws it to Darius Graham along the outside. It's incomplete. And just like that is a quick third down. Third down and about 8. Mules on third down conversion this year, 44 of 103, coming in at 43%. David Hadley on Facebook, he says, let's go Mules. Mules here, big third down. Don't want to give it right back to Farmington. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Still no score. Mules had a great opportunity to punch one in, as did Farmington. Neither could punch it in. Edmondson tries to go downfield. He's got a man. It's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for Dylan Hall, and man, the Mules did a great job creating space that time, Sean, and he was just a hair away from making a big catch.
Yeah, it was just a tough pass, running and trying to get it off while in stride. That's always hard to do. He got it close, but just not close enough.
So now Colton Palma going to come out. He is going to kick it away for the Mules. Palma, he is averaging 34 yards a kick. And he kicks it near the end zone. Oh, it's going to be a blocked punt. And I believe he's in the end zone. It is touchdown Farmington. Boy, that's a huge play. That is a huge play. And that is a huge touchdown. Farmington is on the board. So now it is 6-0 Farmington. And now in zoner will come out. Tatum Tinsley, the holder. Zoner going to come out for the extra point. And just like that, Farmington is on the board on a special teams miscue. And now Farmington goes up, and it is good. And just like that, Farmington now leads it 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
So not the way the Mules wanted to go down, and tell you what, Sean, that's a huge special teams play there by Farmington to go up 7-0. Nope, he's not there. Thought he was there. All right, so we'll wait for Sean. Thought he was listening there, but I think he's checking the score for me, trying to get something here on the St. Mary's and Cape Central game. Only 34 seconds left in the first quarter. And now the Mules are going to return the football now as Zoner comes out to kick it off. Still in the first, a long way to go here. Mules have not had a chance to play. And there, Darius Graham takes it near the 3-yard line. Graham trying to make a big return here on special teams. The ball comes loose, and Farmington's recovered it. The ball came out of Darius Graham's hands, and Farmington is set up here big, Sean, inside, I believe, the 35-yard line, 30-yard line?
Yeah, looks like they're going to be about the 29, 28. Graham arm got a little too far away from him while trying to make a juke there. The Farmington player got his hand on the ball and stripped it out, giving Farmington great field position here at the end of the first quarter.
So it's 1st and 10 now on the 28-yard line. So just like that, boy, I tell you what, it is bad signs for the Mules here as they are already down by a touchdown. And now Farmington, they can really put the hammer down. And there's a pass play. This one to Giuliani. He's in the backfield. and he is going to still come out to about the 30, so he's going to lose some yardage, but it could have been a lot worse, Sean. But good job by the Mules defense stepping up in a big way there.
Yeah, Giuliani went a long way to not go very far. Tried to cut back, maybe surprise the defense. The Mules defense was all over it. We're able to bring him down in the backfield.
Boy, they gave him a good spot, I think, as the time expires at the end of quarter number 1. It is a 2nd down and 12. We'll come right back here. 2 turnovers in the first quarter by the Mules. Mules down by a touchdown. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
This is Brenda Holmes with PB Realty Donovan Office. We are Ripley County's leader in every category of real estate. We can help you with residential, farm and land, river cabins, and commercial properties. Call us at 996-5153 or stop by our office at 304 East Highway Street between Quick Connection and North End Motel. Let's talk about how we can help you with all of your real estate needs. Or call me, Brenda Holmes, at 573-707-0741.
So as we get ready now for the second quarter, it is 2nd down and 12. Our broadcast here tonight brought to you by First Midwest Bank, Scott Law, Z, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also being brought to you by Russians Towing, Baldwin Toyota, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, and being brought to you by Patriot Auto Glass. So now the Mules and the Knights switch sides. We've got some score updates here to give to you. Right now it's 14-0 Jackson, 2:40 to go in the first quarter over Lindbergh. Festus right now up by 2 touchdowns over Sykeston with 1:38 to go in that ball game. Still looking for the St. Mary's and Cape Central ball game. And here is a handoff, this one to Connor Rice, and Rice is going to get some positive yardage. He'll get to near the 25-yard line. We'll see where they mark him down, maybe just shy, maybe to the 26-yard line. Still going to bring up 3rd down and about 8. Boy, the Mules defense right now, this is a big drive for them defensively if they are able to possibly climb back in this ball game. They're going to have to figure out a way. I know it's a big time ask, but try to figure out a way to give them a stop. So now Dry is going to hand it off. In this one, Mules anticipated the handoff this time. Boy, Joshua Alcorn there, big stop. Casey McLean was the running back. Tell you what, Sean, Alcorn all over that one that time.
Yeah, the Mules defense is doing a fantastic job of swarming to the ball and hopefully stopping the momentum Farmington had. Now we're going to see if they're going to go for 3 or going to go for a first down.
They're going to go for the first down, I would imagine. I don't think Zoner can kick it that far away. That would be about a, 38-yard field goal?
Yeah, they're at the 25 now, so it'll be about 38.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and go for it here. A big 4th down coming up here. Let's go, Mules fans. Where are you at now? It's Brett Dry. He's going to throw it this time. He rolls out to his left. He's got a man there, and it's going to be a first down. A big first down completion to Woodson. And Woodson is able to get it closer to the end zone. Boy, that would have been big if the Mules would have came up with a big stop. 15 yards on the pass completion. It is now 1st and goal on the 10-yard line. Boy, what a great job by Woodson there. Able to make a big stop, or able to get yardage rather. The Mules defense trying to make a big stop. Woodson 4 catches, 37 yards. This one's going to be a handoff to McLean, and this time Lincoln Warren is in on the tackle, and he didn't get much. Tell you what, this time around, Sean, it's about a yard gain. It's the passing game right now for the Knights. Back the first time these two met up, it was about the run game, but so far the Knights are making them pay on the air game.
Yeah, if the Mules can't find a way to stop the Dry to Woodson connection, this could be another 7 points and then a 2-score lead in the second quarter for Farmington.
So now here we go now, 2nd down and goal from about the 9. Mules defense backed up. It's going to be it's going to be a quarterback, going to be an option outside to Rice. And Rice, this time, Connor Stevens in on the tackle there. See who else made that tackle there. Looks like DJ Hubbins, and they read that one quite nicely that time, Sean.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Farmington hasn't gone to the pass a bit more because the Mules have figured out a way to stop the Farmington's run game. And you figure they'd want to try to open that up with maybe some short to medium passes.
And they lost a yard. And they lost a yard there too, right?
Yeah, it's on the 10-yard line.
10-yard. So here we go now. 3rd and goal now from the 10. Now they're going to go to the air. They're going into the end zone and incomplete, I believe. Boy, that was a great try by Woodson there. I thought he had it for a moment, Sean. They were trying to get Woodson open, and now they will line up for a field goal.
Yeah, it went right through his hands. He was upset himself. He thought he should have had that. But Farmington's going to try to get 3 points to make this a 2-possession game.
So it's going to wind up and be about a 28-yard field goal attempt, and this is well within his range. They did this last week at Webster Groves, and they were able to line it up. They get this one, and they're going to go up by 10 points. That's big for the Knights of Farmington. Once again, Tinsley the holder. Zoner is the kicker, and here is the snap coming up. Here is the kick. It is on the way. This one's no good. It's no good, Sean. So the Mules get a gift, and now we've got to come back and turn that gift into points.
Yes, he kicked it just wide right. The Mules are going to have to play a mistake-free drive. Mistakes have killed every drive so far. Will they be able to put that mistake-free drive together and get to the end zone?
All right, so the Mules will get it back on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Mules. Our broadcast here tonight, it's all being brought to you by our good friends at Patriot Auto Glass, Christian Automotive and Tire Eye Care Specialist. Also being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge, Air Solutions, Edmondson Warren and Holt Legal Services, Maverick Glass, and Senator Jason Bean. Proud supporters of the Poplar Bluff Mules. All right, so now Edmondson. Shotgun formation. He's going to go to the air, it looks like. He's going deep. He's got a man overthrow. There's a flag. It's going to be defensive pass interference on Cabrera, right, Sean?
Yeah, Cabrera just never looked back and bowled into the Mules receiver. It's going to get called every time.
Boy, Dylan Hall, good job by Mr. Hall there. And that's going to be a 15-yarder. And that'll give the Mules a Larry Hillis Dodge first down. Should be on the Mules 35-yard line. Too bad this isn't the NFL, Sean, where that's a spot foul. Instead, it's 15 yards.
Yeah, it's just 15 in high school, but the Mules are going to have to take that and build on that momentum.
Absolutely. Boy, that's a great job by Dylan Hall there. It was a 50-50 ball. 23-0 Festus right now all over Sykeston in the semifinals in Class 4. And now Edmondson thought about throwing it. He kept it himself, and he is going to be tackled, I believe, near the line of scrimmage, Sean.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be 10 yards back.
Yep. There's going to be a flag on the play there.
Yep.
Just saw it come
Holding
out.
on the offense.
Holding on the Mules offense. So instead of it being on the 35-yard line, it'll back them up to the 25-yard line. And it'll be, instead of it being a first down, or make that second down in about 10, it'll wind up being first down and 20. Any news right now, Sean, on that Cape Central St. Mary's game? I've not heard a word from my good friend.
I have not heard a word either.
So we'll try to get an update here from Ryan Tate. First down and 10. Mules down by 10. And now he's going to throw it out of bounds. Boy, good job there by Edmondson, knowing where he was, Sean, and getting rid of the football to not get a sack.
Yeah, it was a bad snap that kind of just skipped along the ground. Edmondson did a good job of getting it up, realizing he had nothing, getting it out of bounds.
So 8:38, or make that 8:28 left in the first half. Well, I'll tell you what, this Farmington team, they have come to play here tonight in the first half. This looks like a similar team that we saw a few weeks ago back at third place. And right now, they've got a 7-0 lead. They could have very well have led by 21 points by this point in the game. Darius Graham, another lot of contact there. No call this time. Boy, good defense by Connor Rice. And that's going to be a second down, or make that, second down and 20, third and 20 rather. So third down and 20. And now the Mules here are really backed up deep on third down. Let's see what they're able to do. Edmondson so far in this ball game, he is 3 out of 7 so far, 84 yards. The majority of that 84 yards was to Romeo Wantor on a 59-yard catch. Mules so far tonight on third down conversions are just 1 of 2 so far. and this one is a big one. They've got to go all the way to the 45-yard line. Oh, good job by Edmondson. Makes the defender slip. Mules got to get open. Somebody got to get open. They're not going to get anybody open. And Edmondson is going to try to get back to good yardage. He does. He gets out to near the 40-yard line. Great run by Edmondson that time, Sean, on a big 3rd down.
It was a great run to stay in bounds and avoid some defenders, but he took a shot at the end of it, and it looks like the Mules are going to go ahead and punt here. Not close enough to get that 1st down.
No, but I tell you what, by looking at the Mules' offensive language there, Sean, they wanted to go for it there on 4th down. It would have been 4th and 6. I like the call going ahead and kicking it away.
Yeah, you don't want to get Farmington too close to field position with the way this game has gone. I know the offense wanted to 1st down or to go for it, but they're going to side against it. And now we have a timeout on the field.
We got a timeout called here on the field. We'll see who it's going to be against. And I believe it's going to be against the Knights. It is against the Knights. It is a First Choice Insurance timeout. We're back in 30 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
Big timeout called at that time by the Knights of Farmington, and it'll be 4th down and 6 coming up, and we'll see if the Mules are able to figure out a way on this timeout. We'll see if they still punt the football away. It looks like they're going to. So now Colton Palma back out to punt it away, and this time Farmington standing back at their 25-yard line. Still down 7-0 are the Mules. Good kick that time by Palma. It's going to be taken at the 35-yard line, and he's got some space out there, Cabrera, and he's going to have it already inside Mules territory, and they're going to mark him down, it looks like, at around the 46-yard line. So now once again, Sean, the Mules defense backed up a little bit farther now. At least they've got a little bit of room here, but we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, the Mules defense has been really good stopping the running game. We're going to see if Farmington's going to make any adjustments here. Hopefully, Mules.
I've got an update on that Cape Central game right now. At the end of 1 quarter, Sean, no score, 0-0 against St. Mary's, as we see we hear whistles rather.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be a timeout for the Mules. The Mules had 10 defenders on the field for that play, so the coach quickly made a timeout. So no big plays could happen.
So I was going to, before we let you go, it's a First Choice Insurance timeout here. No score, Cape Central and St. Mary's. And we have been told that St. Mary's team is pretty scary. So to be 0-0 right now, Sean, I'm really not surprised.
Yeah, that Cape Central's been tough all year. St. Mary's we haven't seen a whole lot of, so them being tied at 0 really tells you how good they are. If the Mules are able to get past this test, it'll be a real test next year.
The fact that the Mules are only down by 7 points right now, that's huge in itself. 7:23 to go here in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. The Mules right now defensively are doing its job. They need a big stop, though. They need to figure out, hopefully get a there's a fumble right there. It's picked up by Dry, but he's got a big loss. I was just saying that, Sean, maybe a big turnover, and a bad snap right there nearly led to a big turnover.
Yeah, that's what Farmington's been able to do. They've been able to fall on their ball, so to stop those turnovers, that's really been the big difference between the two teams so far.
OT Moss is tuning in right now on social media. Remember, the actual paid version of this game is along Misha TV. If you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, it's just audio only. What a good play by Lincoln Warren on the handoff, and he is not going to get much that time. Lincoln Warren, that was a big stop, I believe, as Connor Rice, Sean, went up the middle. He was met quickly by the Mules.
Yeah, the Mules defense is able to get penetration on this Farmington offensive line. But now they're going to pull back. It's 3rd and 12. It's a definite passing play. They're going to have to stop Dry from moving the ball with his arm.
Absolutely. 3rd down and about 12 coming up here. 3rd down and 12 to go. You know it's a passing play coming up. And I say it's going to be a passing play. Nothing there, Sean. What do you think about that play?
Dry lost the ball twice. He was able to pick it up both times before the Mules could get on it. So that was a good job of Dry of stopping the fumble, but that's still not going to help them getting the 1st down.
No, it's not. And indeed, the punt formation coming out would have been 4th down and about 10. And now end zone are going to come out again and punt this football away. Zoner here tonight so far. He has been huge he got a 40-yard punt his first time. He's going to get another one here, another opportunity. And the Mules this time, Darius Graham, that was a bad snap it looked like. Not nearly as good of a kick either. And this one's going to get out of bounds. So it looked like, Sean, from up here, Zoner never got a good read on the ball. And it does take a Farmington bounce, but the question is where they'll spot him out at. And I believe it's going to be near the 30.
Yeah, it never even landed in bounds. It went over at the 33. So that's going to be good field position for the Mules.
We've got to be able to turn this into points, Sean. You would think. We've got about 5:20 to go here in the first half, only down by 7. We're very lucky right now. It's a 7-point ball game. But I would say with 5 minutes coming up before halftime, and oh, by the way, we get the ball back, we've got to turn this into points.
Yeah, the Mules just have to limit the mistakes, whether it's penalties or turnovers. They have killed them so far.
So here we go now, 1st and 10, 33-yard line. Sean doing a great job down there on the sideline. Edmondson going to go to the air, and he's got a man, Brett Dry, on the tackle. It is a completion to Darius Graham that time. And Graham is going to get some big-time yardage, and he is going to get all the way out. They're going to move, I believe, the chains. It is a Larry Hillis Dodge 1st down. They're going to give him all the way to the 43-yard line of the Mules. So a 10-yard pickup that time. Tom Cash says, we need a big drive right now. Yes, we do, Tom. No doubt about it, my friend. Edmondson now. Good defensive blocks there by Hubrins, and Edmondson's going to take off, and he is going to get to near midfield, maybe about 2 yards shy of midfield. But that play does not happen, Sean, without DJ Hubrins making that big block, giving him some space.
Yeah, Edmondson was running for his life there at one point, but was able to get some yardage instead of getting tackled way in the backfield thanks to that great block.
Got a 4-yard pickup on the carry there. 2nd down and 6. Mules now near midfield at 4:55, 2 timeouts left. Edmondson going to pass it near the outside. Once again, Brett Dry is there, and I believe it's a completed catch. It is to Romeo Wantor. How did he catch that one, Sean, out there? I thought that was going to be incomplete all the way.
Yeah, Wantor was able to get his arms up and get that catch at 1 foot in bounds, then was pushed out of bounds to get the Mules get 4 yards. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the 1st down. That's a Larry Hillis Dodge 1st down, Sean.
There you go. I was looking back at the scoreboard and it hadn't updated yet, so I wasn't sure.
I'll be your scoreboard, my friend. I'll keep you updated. I think Tim's about to fall asleep up here, too. I may have to go knock his camera over. 1st down and 10. Mules driving inside Knight territory. It's been a quiet first half so far. Darius Graham with the ball this time. He will carry it. Great yardage there, and a good stop that time by Josh McCarthy. And Darius Graham runs the football this time. We're pulling out all the stops, and this one's going to be down to the 38-yard line of the Knights, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 1. So literally 9 yards on that carry by Darius Graham. And now we'll see what the Mules can do with it. 3:51, down by 7 points, 7-0 the score right now. So now here we go. Logan High will give the Mules a Larry Hillis Dodge 1st down, and the Mules quickly driving here. Boy, this is a really good drive that we have seen by the Mules inside the 35-yard line to about the 33-yard line, and that's going to bring up a Larry Hillis Dodge 1st down. Clock now continues, 3:28 and counting, already getting closer to halftime right now. And the Mules down by 7 points. So now Edmondson flushed outside. This one is batted around and nearly picked off. kickoff. Boy, good job by the Mules defense, or the offense rather. And who was that got a hand on it? Derek Burton. It was batted in the air, Sean, and Burton was able to knock it away to where it hit the turf.
Yeah, that was excellent awareness on his part. He knew that was a tip ball that anyone could get. He knew he wasn't going to catch it, but was able to at least knock it down.
And you and I both know usually when the ball's in the air that long, it's typically intercepted.
Yeah, the Mules were very lucky not to have an interception there.
So here we go now, 2nd down and 10. Edmondson now once again flushed outside the pocket. He's got a man there, Darius Graham, wide open that time. Boy, good catch there, Sean. He was wide open that time.
Graham ran an excellent route to be able to find an opening, and good job with Edmondson to find him and get that first down.
That is a first down. The Mules now inside the Baldwin Toyota red zone, right at the 19-yard line. It was 2nd down and 10, and they get a big first down there. So now the Mules 2:55 and counting, trying to put points on the board now. Another pass play coming up. They've got a man there. Good tackle by Tatum Tinsley going out of bounds. Darius Graham, another big catch. And Graham is going to bring up 2nd down, and we'll see where they'll spot him down at. Just outside the 10 to about the 11, so a gain of 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 now. Darius Graham, he's got 5 catches, 57 yards here in the first half. Edmondson now 7 of 12 for 122. And now here we go again. Edmondson going back to the air, and this one is caught. Touchdown, Mules! Romeo Wantor with a big touchdown. Sean, that's an amazing drive for the Mules.
Yeah, very, very efficient. Just getting chunk of yard after chunk of yard after chunk of yard in the air. Romeo Wantor able to make the catch, stay in bounds, get the 6 for the Mules.
So here we go now. Colton Palma comes up for the Patriot Auto Glass extra point. Let's tie the ball game, folks. What do you say? Edmondson is the holder, and Colton Palma is a point away from tying this game at 7. Here's the kick. It's on the way. Give me one more. And the Mules have tied the ball game at 7 apiece. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening and watching Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
You're in the zone with Baldwin Toyota. Today's spotlight is the 2023 Toyota Corolla. This car is built to win, featuring advanced safety systems and driver assistance technology, along with top-of-the-line performance.
Right you are. The 2023 Corolla is a fuel-efficient, fun-to-drive game changer, and it's sure to be a Mules fan favorite.
Don't just watch from the sidelines. Visit Baldwin Toyota and experience the 2023 Toyota Corolla yourself. And now back to Mules action.
So here we go, and we're just now getting a score update right now, Sean. It is 7-0 Cape Central, 10:51 to go. That game is in the first half, so Cape scores and the Mules have tied the ball game.
So if you're the Mules, do you want Cape Central or St. Mary's next week if you're able to get the win? What do you think, Frankie?
Oh, you know what? You're picking your poison, because St. Mary's is not a typical 6 seed. They are literally, they played all Class 6 schools this year. I don't know which team I want. I don't know. Cape is going to be dangerous. I know that St. Mary's will be dangerous. We got to get more points right now, though.
Yeah, Farmington is the immediate concern. Still 2.5 minutes. They can definitely hit a long ball to get the lead back.
So now here is the kick. Very short kick this time. Boy, a lot of time there, Sean. Kind of surprised. But good job by Avery Persons there to make the stop. So with about 2:27 to go before halftime, Farmington is going to have 2 timeouts, and they will have a shorter field to work with. It's not going to be necessarily a long field, but if one defense can stop them here, I know the Mules defense, Sean, can do it again.
Yeah, you just wonder how much running is Farmington going to do on this drive.
I don't think they're going to do a whole lot at all, to be honest with you. Maybe a little bit, but we'll see. First one there is a run play. This one's going to be a quarterback keeper in dry. Slow to get up. I don't think he's hurt, though. He's going to get to about the 45-yard line, so a good pickup on first down all the way 7 yards. They'll make that 2nd down and 4. They're going to mark him back 44. So now Brett Dry, this time he does throw it to the outside. And this one, I believe, is going to be incomplete. So quickly, third down coming up now. And this becomes interesting, Sean, with 1:56. You would think if they don't get a first down here, they'll kick it back to Bluff possibly.
I would think so. You wouldn't want to give them a short field with less than 2 minutes left. Too much ways that could go wrong with Poplar Bluff having the ball to start second half.
David Hadley says he wants Cape. Be an old school matchup, Poplar Bluff and Cape. All right, David, we'll see if the Mules can get some points here before halftime. Got to get a big stop right now. This one is going to be connected. It's a good catch. Woo, boy, I tell you what, I'm not sure how he caught that pass, but he did. Romeo Wantor with the stop. It's going to be a big first down on the Mules side of the 45-yard line. This one again, this one's going to go to end Zoner. Zoner's going to be tackled by Dylan Hall and by Connor Stevens. Tick, 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 tick now. 1:30 to go here in the first half, and they're going to mark him down at the 41-yard line. So Farmington not wasting any time, still have 2 timeouts, 1:20 and counting, all pass plays so far. And this one's going to roll to his right, another catch. And this one near the 30-yard line. And that'll be enough for a first down. Woodson, another big catch for him. So Sam Woodson going to get it down to about the 30-yard line. Another first down. Farmington quickly. This one's going to hit the turf. It should be incomplete, I would think. It's going to be incomplete. The clock will stop now. It was intended for end Zoner, and he was unable to make the catch. So second down and 10. So the clock will stop a little bit, and that means both Farmington and Poplar Bluff are going to be able to catch their breath somewhat. Boy, the Knights and the Mules locking it up, 7-7 score. A very low-scoring game tonight like it was back in that first matchup before halftime. So far, it has been a thriller. Turnovers for the Mules, though, have hurt them so far. We'll have to wait and see if the Mules can turn this around. Dry is able to get away from the tackle, and he is going to be stopped near the, see where they mark him down, 25, 24-yard line. Did he stay in bounds, Sean?
He did. The ball will stay, the clock will stay going on. He was brought down right outside the 24, just inside the hash mark.
Third down and 4 to go here on this drive, and this one's a pass play. It's tipped up in the air and nearly picked off. Oh my goodness, Sean, that one was like a pinball machine out there.
That was exactly like the ball on the other side that the Mules knocked down. Good job by the Farmington receiver to knock it down, but then hit a few Mules players before finally hitting the ground.
32 seconds, fourth down and 4. Do they go for it here, Sean? I see a timeout coming by Farmington. Yes, it is. It is a first choice insurance timeout. They've got one left. I'll throw it down to you on the field. Do the Knights go for it? If they go for it here on fourth down, you've got one timeout left, 32 seconds left. The field goal, it would be about a 38-yarder or make that 42-yarder from here. I don't think he's got the leg for that.
Yeah, I don't either. If they weren't going to go from the 25 earlier, they're not going to go from the 24 here, especially after already missing a field goal from about the 10-yard line. So I foresee them going for it. They're not going to punt it here. But are they going to rely on the ground game? Are they going to have a quarterback option they've done multiple times? Or are they going to try to go through the air like they have gained yardage with this drive?
We're going to find out coming up here in just a moment. Coming up at halftime, we'll break it all down for you. 7-7 tie right now. It is 36-0 Festus over Sykeston with 6:16 to go in the first half. 7-0 Cape Central leading St. Mary's. We knew that one was going to be tight. It is, and the Mules so far just the same. A few turnovers for the Mules, though, have kept them trailing the majority of this game. All right, big fourth down coming up now. Big audience watching us right now on Misha TV as well. We appreciate all you folks tuning in, as well as on Facebook and YouTube. They're going toward the end zone. One-on-one coverage. Oh, my goodness. Did he get the touchdown? No, they're saying incomplete. Wait a minute. They're saying incomplete, Sean.
It looks like there's going to be a bit of a discussion here. I thought he came down with it,
I thought
but
he
then
had
went
it
out of bounds.
I thought he had it, but I'm far away from it. Where is it?
First down at the 2.
First down at the 2. So they're going to give it to him at the 2-yard line. One official said it was incomplete. It's going to be first and goal on the 2. And now the clock is going to stop with 24 seconds. He went out of bounds. And now a timeout called by the Mules here. So a Mules timeout. So we'll take it with them, a 30-second timeout. It's all being brought to you by our good friends at First Choice Insurance. We're back in just a moment on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Hey, this is Gary Featherstone, PB Realty Donovan office. We're Ripley County's leader in every category of real estate. We can help you with residential, farm and land, river cabins, and commercial properties. Call us at 996-5153 or stop by our office at 304 East Highway Street between Quick Connection and North End Motel. And let's talk about how we can help you with all of your real estate needs. Or call me, Gary Featherstone, at 776-4026.
So here we go now, 24 seconds, both Mules and the Knights with one timeout apiece. Boy, this one would be big. This would be seriously the same score if they're able to punch this one in, and they're going to keep it to the quarterback, and this time he is going to run in and score. Touchdown, Farmington. So Farmington, Brett Dry gives them 6 points. And now they lead at 13-7. I was going to say this is the exact same score as it was the last time these two met up. The difference is the last time these two met up, Farmington got the ball to begin the second half. So now we'll see what end zoner can do. The extra point coming up here. Huge 4th down and 4. On the catch, and this one a line drive through the middle. It is up and it is good, and Farmington now leads again by a score of 14-7. So only 20 seconds left to go here in the first half, and I would expect, Sean, when the Mules get this ball back, if they get the ball back with no trickery by Farmington, I would imagine that maybe they're just going to be conservative, maybe take a knee and get the ball back in 20 minutes and see if they can put more points on the board and tie the game in the third.
Yeah, unless there's any kind of missed kick, I don't think you need to take that risk of throwing an interception, trying to do something here at the end of the first half. Just get into the locker room, talk it over with your team, and come out strong with the ball to start the second half.
All right, so we'll see what the Mules can do with it here. We'll see what they decide to do with it with 20 seconds to go. After a huge 4th down conversion so far tonight, Farmington on 4th downs, they are 2 out of 3. They are 2 out of 6 on 3rd down conversions, but they are 2 out of 3 on 4th down. Boy, Farmington bringing it right to the overall number 1 seed. This is not a typical 5 seed. Farmington, you got to remember the last time we met up with Farmington back in Farmington, their main quarterback out there, Brett Dry, was injured. He wasn't even on the field in that second half. He's out there tonight, and boy, he's been looking sharp in the first half. Here's the kickoff here by Zoner, and this one is going to be picked up by the Mules. Poplar Bluff trying to get a good return, and we're going to have about 13 seconds left, make it 12, and a pretty good run back there, and the Mules will have it 1st and 10, going to be on the 38-yard line. Not much time at all, only about 12 seconds here. Sean, do you think they're going to go ahead and just take a knee with it, being on the 38-yard line? What do you think?
I think you maybe snap the ball in a shotgun, have a look at what the defense is doing. If nothing's there, take a knee, get into halftime.
All right, Sean. We'll see if you're right. Grandma Jackie's not real thrilled with you right now, though. She's already told me to boycott Sean second half. She sent me a text, not happy with the score. That's what the Mules are doing. They're watching the defense. Edmondson's going to be tackled, and he is going to be maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe got 1 yard on the play overall, and that's going to take us right into halftime. Ooh, timeout by the Mules with 2 seconds left. A First Choice Insurance timeout. Mules have no timeouts left here in the first half. So Edmondson ended up with 1 yard on that gain. 2nd down and 9, only 2 seconds left. The good news is for the Mules, though, we're down by 7 points, but we will get the ball back. And Cape Central just scores again. It is 14-0 now. They lead with 5:08 left in the first half. So Cape Central doing their part. So Cape Central, if they win and Poplar Bluff comes back to win, it'll be a rematch of last year right here at home. That's the only difference from last year. Mules, though, have a long way to go. So does Farmington. This will not be the final score when it's all said and done. Mules lining up and just going to knee it down, and that's going to be the end of the first half. The Mules are going to go in down at 7 points. Sean, we'll throw to you. Anybody down there you can interview coach-wise?
No, looks like everyone's going right to the locker room. They got some stuff they want to discuss. So we're going to let them do that for right now and hopefully catch someone on the other side when they come out.
All right, so there you go. The Mules down 14-7. Farmington bringing it right to the Mules. And that drive right before halftime, 4th and 4. And Woodson was able to make a huge catch going out of bounds. It was ruled complete on the 2-yard line. That's been the difference, not to mention the 2 turnovers by the Mules back in the first quarter. That has been the biggest difference so far in this football game. We'll come back. We'll break it all down for you at halftime. We're going to step away for about 3 minutes, and we'll come back with your halftime brought to you by PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. You're watching and listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Maverick Glass offers repair of automotive, commercial, and residential glass, including mobile repair services. From a chipped windshield to a custom glass shower, remember Maverick Glass. Thank you for making Maverick Glass the area's leading glass company for more than 30 years.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Imagine playing sports, reading, or driving without needing contact lenses or glasses. The eye LASIK procedure at Eye Care Specialists could be the answer to help you improve your vision. Call Eye Care Specialists to schedule a free screening.
Here's a quick and easy test to see if you need new tires. Insert a penny upside down, and if you see the top of Honest Abe's head, your tread is too low. If you don't, you're good to go. So when it's time for new tires, remember Christian Automotive and Tire, keeping you safe on the road.
Did you know that 60% of Americans don't have a last will and testament? At Scott Law Firm, we understand that planning for the future can be difficult, but it's important to have a plan in place, no matter the size of your estate. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Call Scott Law Firm.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
And we are back here live at halftime, and the Mules right now trail by a score of 14-7. And before we go any farther here, I want to clear up something really quickly. I've had a lot of text messages here coming in during the first half, and when it comes to district playoffs, we don't have a choice in any of this on how it is ran. It is all done by the state, and the way that it is done is in district playoffs. To watch the video, you have to go through Misha TV. Now, we can show pregame, we can show halftime, and we can show postgame. We just can't show one single play other than if you buy it on Misha TV through the state, then we are able to, you're able to see the video. And I know some folks have told me there are some, maybe some issues with it jumping a little bit. That's not our platform. It has nothing to do with us. It is Misha's platform, so it's not us, so we apologize. I've been watching the bottom of the screen on Facebook, and it's clear as the day. So it's not us, so we do apologize. I know it's frustrating, but it's not us, and I love putting on a good product, Sean, but when it comes to playoffs, it's out of our hands. We're going at the mercy of the state.
Yeah, the state makes the rules on exactly what will happen, so we're not able to do anything. Without them, there we go.
You were just turned down. You got to turn your mic up, Sean.
Frankie knows I was coming in, turn down the mic. No, but we can only do anything. The only thing we can do is follow Misha's rules, and Misha says playoff football video coverage has to go through them. So if their platform goes down, that's really on them. We're providing them the feed. We're keeping an eye on it. It looks great on our end. So if any kind of choppiness occurs, it's happening on their end, and we apologize for it, but not a whole lot we can do about it.
So what did you say? We're looking at the band right now, by the way, the Show Me Marching Band. Boy, these guys and girls work so hard, and we're going to keep it here for just a moment. I'm going to turn it up. So if you're listening on the radio, you can hear some of the band performance as well as watching it on Facebook and on YouTube. We're going to pause here for just a moment, and we're going to let you watch the band perform right here at halftime. They deserve it. It is district time, and as soon as they start playing, we will be quiet for just a few minutes and let you watch the band as the Mules trail 14-7 here at halftime. Mules will get the ball back to begin the second half, and we'll see if they're able to come away with points. Same score as it was back October the 6th when the Mules took on Farmington at third place. Mules eventually came back to win 28-14. Are we setting ourselves up again for that this time? We'll wait and see. Here is the marching band of Poplar Bluff.
Where did you say you work at? South Wow.
All right, so we're watching the band right now perform, and man, they do a great job. They work hard, and we wanted to give them a shout out here, a big shout out to Mr. Winters and the entire marching band for all the hard work they do. 14-7 is the score right now, and Sean, you were down there pretty much, well, you were there all first half. What is the mindset from the coach's standpoint going into halftime down by 7 points? And more importantly, when you watch the players walk off, were they walking off with maybe their heads down a little bit, or were they kind of, maybe pumped up because they're only down by 7 points? And the way that first half went, the defense kept them in it. It could have been at least 27, if not 28-0 going into halftime.
It could have been 27-20-0, but it also could be easily a 21-0 lead for the Mules.
Sure.
They had the blocked punt that led to a touchdown. You had the Mules fumble on the 1 yard line. They had Darius Graham's fumble at their own 19 yard line. All those have played into how this game has gone. I know the Mules coaching staff is going to have to be preaching. We just talked about this before the game. You have to stop mistakes. Mistakes are going to allow Farmington to stay in the game or lead the game as they have so far. The Mules are going to have to cut down on those mistakes in the second half.
They really are. And if the Mules here are going to get back in this ball game, that is one thing that Coach Sievers and Coach Patillo is going to change going into the second half. And I'm okay with the way the Mules offense has played. Only a couple of turnovers. I know those turnovers have been costly so far, but the Mules have done everything that they can to stay in this football game. And you've got to give a big shout out to the defense. They have been coming up huge in this ball game. I know we're down by 7 points, but the defense can only do so much.
Yeah, the Mules offense has played well outside of like 5 plays, which went very poorly for them. The Mules defense has been kind of give and take as the game has gone on so far. Farmington started off on fire, drove down the field, but were stopped by a good stop on the defensive side. But they've also shown signs of life where they can move the ball when they want to, especially that last drive there that put them ahead. We're going to see, how is Farmington going to come out of the second half? Are they going to go more towards the passing game like they showed there at the end? Or are they going to try to reestablish that run, which hasn't been working for them outside of some quarterback options and quarterback keepers so far? And they almost fumbled the ball a couple times on those as well. Farmington has fumbled, I think, 3 or 4 times, but they've been able to recover it every time.
Sure.
So we're going to see how the Farmington coaches are also going to adjust coming into the second half, knowing the Mules are going to start with the ball.
Absolutely. Looking at the play drive here in that first half, it was Gabe Giuliani got a fumble recovery in the end zone, made it 7-0 Farmington with about 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. By the way, that was the only score of the first quarter by either team. Second quarter, it was an 11-yard pass from Edmondson to Romeo Wantor. With 2:32 to go, they were able to tie the ball game, and then a big fourth down completion from Brett Dry to Sam Woodson on the 2-yard line. And then the next play, Brett Dry runs it in the end zone, 14-7 with about 20 seconds left to make it 14-7 Farmington. And let's go over some of the numbers. Right now, Farmington, 80 rushing yards so far in the first half. The Mules have 45. Overall plays, though, the Mules so far, or I should say total yardage, it is Farmington 181, the Mules 178 so far in the ball game. And it's been very close so far. The Mules have had 24 plays of offense, Farmington 37. On the ground, so far, Farmington has 20 carries for 80 yards. The Mules, 11 carries, 45. One thing that is different this time around, virtually no run game right now for the Mules. Edmondson by himself had over 100 yards of offense on the ground so far in this football game. He's got 23 yards here in the first half. You look at everything else, the Mules, the biggest thing to me has been time of possession. Farmington right now, 14-28. The Mules, 9-32. But it's about third down conversions and fourth down conversions. The Mules right now, 1 for 3 on third down conversions. Farmington not doing a great job. They're 2 out of 8. But, Sean, they are 2 out of 3 on fourth down conversions, and those so far has been what hurts the Mules.
Yeah, that one stop was on that first initial drive where the Mules were able to stop them inside the 20 in the red zone. But other than that, when Farmington's decided to roll the dice, it has come up well for them. So the Mules have got to make adjustments, got to make sure and get their defense off the field and not allow these drives to continue.
Absolutely. So that's where we stand right now, looking at individual plays right now. Brett Dry is 10-17 so far in the first half, 101, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Looking at the run game right now, Casey McLean, he's got 7 carries, 39 yards. Brett Dry, 8 carries, 37 yards. And then Connor Rice, 4 carries, 7 yards, and that's it. That is all the run plays so far. Those 3 guys, Casey McLean, Brett Dry, and then Connor Rice. Now, through the air, you look at what's been going on so far. It has been the Sam Woodson show all first half. 8 catches, 98 yards so far. And then in zoner, 1 catch, 4 yards. Gabe Giuliani, he has the 1 catch, -1. So the difference is you take away Sam Woodson, and it's a much different ball game.
Easier said than done.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. He's a great player. I'm just saying it's been a one-man show passing-wise. You take him out, and then you look at who do you go to, because so far nobody's been able to make big plays to help out Brett Dry and the offense for Farmington.
Yeah, but that's going to be the Poplar Bluffs' number one objective as we start the second half, is stopping Woodson, make sure they can sever that connection and force Farmington to adjust. We're about 5.5 minutes away from the start of the second half. Let's see if they can do it.
Let's look at the Mules side here. Jay Edmondson, he's 8 out of 13 for 133 so far tonight. And the Mules so far, he's got 133, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. However, 2 big fumbles so far in the ball game. 1 by Darius Graham, 1 by Logan Height, as Sean mentioned a moment ago. On the ground so far, not much of anything. Edmondson, 4 carries for 23 yards. Logan Height, he's got 5 carries, 13 yards. And Darius Graham, he had a big carry for 9 yards, picked up a first down too with it. And then on the air part of things, you've got really just 2 guys doing the majority of the damage right now. Darius Graham, 5 catches, 57 yards. And then Romeo Wantor does have the touchdown catch. 3 catches, 76 yards, but 59 yards was on 1 catch alone. And that is all the offense right now by both teams. The Mules right now 11 carries for 45 yards. They're averaging about 4 yards a carry. Meanwhile, 20 carries for 80 yards by the Knights. They're averaging 4 yards a carry. The Mules 8 of 13 for 133. And the Knights are 10 of 17 for 101. And that is all so far in the first half. Hats off to both defenses and our special teams. Take away that touchdown in the end zone, and this could be a tie ball game going into halftime.
Absolutely. So what adjustments are going to be made? How are both teams going to come out react? How are the Mules going to come out? Are they going to go big in this first drive? Are they going to try to eat up some clock and establish a run game? We're just 4 minutes away from the beginning of the second half, possible the final half of Poplar Bluff football this year. Let's hope the Mules come out strong.
Absolutely. So the Mules here tonight, they are still in this ball game, have a long way to go here penalty-wise. The Mules, by the way, have 8 first downs. At Farmington, they've got 9. So far, not a lot of penalties. The Mules have 2 penalties so far for 13 yards. The Knights have the 1 defensive pass interference, 1 penalty for 15 yards, and that is it so far when it comes to the penalties. Let's talk about some other games that are going on right now. Not a big shock here. Festus is all over Sykeston at halftime. That score 44-0. Jackson right now over Lindbergh. They lead 35-0 in their ball game. Cape Central, they lead 14-0. That game is going into halftime over St. Mary. So right now, and this is what fans don't want to hear, but if the scores were to hold right now as they are, it would be Cape Central hosting next week against Farmington. But the Mules we still got 1 more big half to go. And let's for the Mules fans, let's come out and let's get 21 more points and end the ball game and go home or stay home.
I agree.
So we're going to find out what's going to happen. We've got 2:42 to go before the teams come back out. They'll put 3 minutes back on the board and let them warm up. In the meantime, we're going to go to commercial break. We're going to come right back. We'll have more coming up at halftime. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, come right back. Mules down 14-7 at halftime. Brought to you by PB Realty and Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. This is the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is now a certified dealer for Bridgestone and Firestone tires. Kevin's Auto is also a full-service garage from brakes and oil changes to electrical and AC. Don't forget they also offer custom muffler work. It's Kevin's Auto and Tire, located on Cravens Road in Poplar Bluff.
This is Brenda Holmes with PB Realty Donovan Office. We are Ripley County's leader in every category of real estate. We can help you with residential, farm and land, river cabins, and commercial properties. Call us at 996-5153 or stop by our office at 304 East Highway Street between Quick Connection and North End Motel. Let's talk about how we can help you with all of your real estate needs. Or call me, Brenda Holmes, at 573-707-0741.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
And we are back here live in Poplar Bluff at the half, where the Mules right now find themselves down by a touchdown as we get ready for the third quarter coming up in just a moment. We're going to try to go downfield side, and we're going to try to talk to Sean Mannon, who is making his way back over on the track right now. I see him on the track, and he's going to make his way over to the football team, and we'll see what he gets done over there. In the meantime, the Mules down by just 7 points here. They will get the ball back here to begin this second half. So that is some good news for Mules fans. We'll see if the Mules, I'll tell you what, the offense take away the 2 turnovers. And the offense, they've done their part. They've been able to move the football effectively. And we'll see if they've got an answer against Brett Dry and Sam Woodson, but also they can't give up yardage for Sam, or I should say for Gabe Giuliani, and then the other main players like Casey McLean, Connor Rice. Those guys are going to be hard to contain. As of right now, going into halftime, it was 14-0 Cape Central. We'll wait and see if that score holds just the way it is right now. But in the meantime, we'll see what the Mules are going to be able to do with it here. We'll see if the Mules defense, or make that the offense rather, if they can come out here in the third quarter and if they can get something going, because right now they are down just by 7 points. It could be a lot worse, and we'll see if Poplar Bluff is able to get something going. And I tell you what, the Mules, if anybody can do it, this Mules team, they are able to do a lot. They've been showing it all season long. And I know this team is not ready yet to hang it up for the offseason. I know they still have a lot left to give. I see Sean walking. He's walking slowly over there by himself, Tim. It's like he's lonely in the night over there, Sean. You were just over here, now you're back in the cold. Just so you know, my friend, I did turn the heat on right when you left. It's kind of warm in here now.
I just take solace in the fact that it could be a lot colder than it actually is.
It could. So I was going to ask you. You see the Mules coaches there. You see the team there at midfield on the 50-yard line there in the Mule head. We'll let Tim zoom in on that. What do you think they're saying right now to each other, Sean?
They just got to tell themselves, hey, this could be it. We don't want this season in. Let's go out and let's get this win.
All right, so we're coming up on the 45-second mark. Let's go through our sponsors one more time, and we're going to get to the second half kickoff. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by our good friends with Senator Jason Bean, Maverick Glass, Edmondson Warren, and Holt Legal Services. Also, Air Solutions, Larry Hillis Dodge. Also being brought to you by Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. Also being brought to you by First Choice Insurance, Baldwin Toyota, Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialists, Kevin's Auto Repair, Scott Law Group LLC, and First Midwest Bank. Those are our sponsors here for this season. Mules coming out on the football field. They're wearing their maroon jerseys with the white numbering, the maroon helmets, and of course the Knights of Farmington wearing their white jerseys with the black and gold numbers, black helmets. Mules are going to go left to right on your radio dial and your TV screen. All right, Sean, I believe you're pretty close to Coach Sievers. What's his mindset right now?
I'm not even going to try to guess. He looks too zoned in for me to even make an educated guess here.
What do you think our team chaplain Greg Gilberto's thinking right now? Get him on the mic for just a second.
Greg Gilberto, what do you think is going to happen here start second half?
Always good adjustments at half. We have a tremendous coaching staff that knows to turn the switches, move people around, and you're going to see a difference.
All right.
Here we go. Here we go. End zone. We're going to kick it off. Oh, the Mules is going to be a muff punt to begin with, and I believe Farmington's come up with it. We're waiting for the official signal. I've not seen one yet, Sean. Does Farmington have it? Yes, they do.
Yeah, it looks like Farmington's got it coming down. Have a couple players down. I think they might just be trying to protect the ball at this point, but it will be Farmington football.
So Farmington is going to end up with the football, and that is a huge turn of events as we begin this third quarter. Boy, turnovers have really plagued Poplar Bluff here in this football game to this point. And that is no different. It's going to be 1st and 10. Farmington on the 32-yard line of the Mules. And just like that, what a change of events. Farmington on the ensuing play, they're going to give it to McLean. McLean is going to get to around the 25-yard line. So a nice gain there on 1st down, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and short coming up for the Knights. Not the way the Mules wanted to begin that drive, coming out at the half, down 14-7. Another turnover, 3rd fumble of the game. And once again, this one could turn costly for the Mules. Another handoff to McLean. Mules, Hunter Clifford in there to make a tackle. Also in on the stop, Joshua Alcorn, DJ Hubrins. So now bringing up huge McLean again. Another big carry for him, and this one's going to be 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. They're on the 19-yard line. Boy, you're asking the Mules team, the Mules defense here coming out of halftime. Farmington, last week they were the ones turning the football over, and this week they've been the ones forcing the turnovers. That one was an unforced turnover. And now we'll see what the Mules here, defense, see if they can respond. It's going to bring up 2nd down from about the 16, 17-yard line, so a 2nd down in about 8. I would say in this situation, 4-down territory for the Knights all the way, unless they get closer to get that field goal possibly. The Mules do not want to give up a 1st down. McLean is going to get to the 15-yard line. He gets about 2 yards there. Good job by the Mules there. Quickly 3rd down and 6, so it's like a broken record, Sean, but how big is this 3rd down coming up? If you're the Knights, is it 4-down territory all the way?
I think so. I think they're going to want to put their foot on the gas and try to end this game here. So I think they're going to go 4 down. They haven't passed it yet on this drive. We'll see if that changes here.
3rd down and 6. Big 3rd down. They've been successful. Not so much on 3rd down. Brett Dry's going to keep it, though, and he's going to be close. I believe he's going to be just short, Sean, but I believe it's going to be 4-down territory. The ball came out, I believe, but it's going to be down by contact.
Yeah, his forward progress was stopped at the 10-yard line. They are 1 yard short. We'll see what they do here.
No, I would say they're going to go for it. I don't think there's any way they don't go for it here on 4th down. I don't see them going to kick a field goal. I don't think they're going to. They're going to go for it here. Big 4th down here. Mules defense standing up, or the fans are standing up. The Farmington fans are standing up. This right here is a big play on this drive. Mules here, defense trying to make a stop, but man, the offense of Farmington, they have given it right to the Mules every step of the way. big fourth down coming up. Here it is, Dry under center. They put a man in motion. It was Connor Rice, and they're going to give it to Rice. Rice has a first down and touchdown. So Connor Rice gives the Farmington Knights a 2-score lead here in the third quarter. It goes at 10 yards, and there is your touchdown. 20-7 now. Turnover, turnover, turnover has been what it's been about tonight. So now Zoner comes in for the extra point. Tatum Tinsley, the holder, it is up, and it is good. And now it is a 21-7 game. We're back in 30 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
You're in the zone with Baldwin Toyota. Today's spotlight is the 2023 Toyota Corolla. This car is built to win, featuring advanced safety systems and driver assistance technology, along with top-of-the-line performance.
Right you are. The 2023 Corolla is a fuel-efficient, fun-to-drive game changer, and it's sure to be a Mules fan favorite.
Don't just watch from the sidelines. Visit Baldwin Toyota and experience the 2023 Toyota Corolla yourself. And now back to Mules action.
So turnovers here so far in this ball game. And right now it is a big, big time for the Mules offense here as they are down at 21-7. So now the Mules are down 2 scores in this ball game to the Knights of Farmington. And we'll see if the Mules here are able to do anything with it. If there is any saving grace here, Sean, still plenty of time left, well over a quarter and a half. And we have yet to see the Mules offense so far, but now down by 2 scores. This drive here, you got to get some points out of this.
Yeah, the Mules coaching staff is just emphasizing this game is not over.
Not
you
even
still have time.
Not even by a long shot, in my estimation. If any team can come back, you're looking at a team that can. They've got to be able to figure out a way to not turn the ball over. Graham picks it up near the 10-yard line. Graham is on his horse. He is trying to give the Mules a little bit of breathing room, and he does just that as he gets it all the way out to about the 36-yard line, and that's where the Mules will take over. 1st and 10 just outside the 35-yard line, and that's where the Mules will take over. They may mark him on the 35-yard line. I stand corrected. One official had him on the 36, and the other official marked him back at the 35-yard line. So nevertheless, the Mules now will have it 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. So we'll see what Jay Edmondson and company can do with this drive for Poplar Bluff. Mules need some points, and we'll see if the offense can move them down the football field. Edmondson now lining up. Shotgun formation. They're going to fake the handoff. It's going to go to Darius Graham, and Tatum Tinsley levels Darius Graham right when he made the catch. Boy, that was a good play defensively there, Sean.
Yeah, that was a great play by Tinsley. He almost was there quick enough to get the pick, but still labeled a good hit on Darius Graham, and you could hear the crowd on the other side give their approval for that hit.
You can hear them. I'm sitting with them, for crying out loud. I can tell you they were excited about that hit. 2nd down and 4, a gain of about 6 yards there. Almost said 7, 6 yards on the pickup. Now Logan Height tries to get outside. There's nowhere to go. Boy, this defensive line that time was led by Mason Prost, and he was able to get a big stop there. 3rd down coming up here. Logan Height is unable to get much. He may have got to the 42-yard line, maybe a gain of 1. Still going to bring up 3rd down and 3. And Sean, I pose the question to you. It is 7:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter, down by 2 scores. Is it 4-down territory here?
My conservative self would say no, but we'll see. Hopefully it's not something we got to think about right now.
All right, so Edmondson now back to pass. He's got a man there. He's going to be close to a 1st down. I believe he got it. Depending on the spot, Sean, where do you think? It looks like he's got enough.
I think he might be a yard short. They're calling it 4th down.
They sure are. Boy, Nico Gaddy, I thought he had it boy, it's going to be 4th and short. I think in this case, Sean, you got to go for it being 4th and 6 inches, right?
I don't think the offense would come off the field even if they told them to, so they're going to go for it.
They're going to mark him down, a 44-yard line, a 4-down territory coming up now. The Mules have had pretty good success on 4-down territory this season. Here's a big one right now. They are 11 of 21 so far. They hand it off to, Jay Edmondson keeps it. It's a big Larry Hillis Dodge first down. That play right there, Sean, right now, I think saves the game for the Mules.
Yeah, that was a play right out of the Farmington playbook. A quick draw option. Edmondson kept it, was able to get the first down and then some to give the Mules some life here in the second half.
They needed 1 yard. Edmondson with his legs picks up 12 yards, and they move the chains. A Larry Hillis Dodge first down. Mules now moving those chains. Already 5:51 to play, third quarter. They're going to hand it off again to Logan Height. Height not going to get much that time. Height maybe gets about 2 yards, maybe. And we'll see where they actually mark him down. Maybe on the 43-yard line. So they're going to give him 1 yard. And that'll bring up 2nd down and about 9. So 2nd down and 9 here on this drive. And the Mules trying to figure out a way to punch one in and get some points. Edmondson's back to throw. It's a short throw this time. It is a completed pass. Believe he's going to be short of the first down marker. Darius Graham picks up the catch. So Darius Graham, no, they're going to go ahead and give him the Larry Hillis Dodge first down. I would have thought he was maybe a hair shy, but they say no, sir. And he's going to be marked down at the 34-yard line. So that is enough for a Mules Larry Hillis Dodge first down. Mules will take it, first down and 10. And now Edmondson, he's going to go to the sideline, just out of the fingertips of the receiver. Romeo Wantor was the intended target. Boy, I love the aggression there by the Mules and really going for it there, Sean.
I bet Romeo Wantor wishes he was 2 inches taller right now. He's a tall boy already, but he had his fingertips on that, just couldn't pull it in.
Absolutely. I love the play call there by the Mules. That was an excellent play call. 4:51, 2nd down and 10 now. Edmondson now, here comes the blitz. Edmondson gets away from 1 tackle, but he's not going to get away from a 2nd tackle. This time, Damian Cabrera, also Connor Rice, both in on the tackle that time. So Edmondson not able to get away from a 2nd tackle, and that's going to be a loss of some yardage there. 3rd down coming up, and they're going to mark him back all the way to about the 37-yard line. So a loss of 3 on the play, 3rd down and 13. They got to go all the way to about the 24-yard line. They're going to get most of it there. Romeo Wantor stays in bounds. He pushes the tempo, Sean. Did he get the first down?
Yeah, great route by Wantor to just kind of get the defender off him, get him some space. Was able to make the catch and a couple extra yards to get the first down.
I'm sorry, did you say a Larry Hillis Dodge first down, Sean?
I did. A Larry Hillis Dodge first down.
Big play there by Romeo Wantor. The Mules down inside the Baldwin Toyota red zone at 19-yard line. 3:54 and counting. The Mules now down by 2 scores, 21-7. If they get some points on this drive, they are right back in the driver's seat. Edmondson now back to throw it over the middle. Romeo Wantor just outside his fingertips, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Mason West out there as well, lined up as a receiver for the Mules. Boy, this kid, Mason West, started the season before week 1, was going to be the starter, and now he's kind of in the backseat there, and he's really taking on a new role with this team. Loves to be receiving for the Mules, gives them a spark of energy every single week. He's out there right now as a receiver, also doing some blocking on that offensive line. Edmondson now gets away from 1, spins away from 2, but he's not going to get away from 3, and he is going to be back at the 20-yard line. He lost 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11, so much like a moment ago, Sean, The Mules had it 3rd down and 13. Right now we're 3rd down and 11. And now that clock starts to become our enemy. It is already at 3:14. It's still down by 2 scores.
Yeah, Jay Edmondson is doing a lot of work. Unfortunately, not getting a lot out of it, and it's taking big hits. This is going to start to accumulate as the game continues on into the 4th quarter.
Big 3rd down coming up here. You can hear the Farmington fans on their feet on this side right in front of us. So now Edmondson going to go once again toward the end zone. It's 1-on-1 in the end zone, and a flag comes in the end zone, and I believe that's going to be defensive pass interference, Sean. If it is, an automatic 1st down.
Yeah, it's going to be DPI. The number 12 for Farmington never turned around, had his hands all over Wallentor. That's going to be easy to call every time.
Pass interference on end zoner, it looks like, according to Sean. Defensive, that DPI there may have saved the Mules on the drive. There's the call. Yes, it is. End zoner picks up the defensive pass interference. Tell you what, great read by the receiver, Sean. I don't think he was going to make that catch, but he made sure to stay within zoner because zoner never turned around, and that's going to be pass interference all day, every day.
Yeah, the ball was a little underthrown, but zoner never turned around. You got to do that, or they're going to call that every time.
It's going to be 1st and 10 now. Mules have it on the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, an automatic 1st down there. And now the Mules have got to put points on the board. 2:48 in the 3rd quarter. It is a 1st down, or they're saying it is a 1st down. The clock has it 3rd down. Edmondson, though, is going to take it in, and he's going to be close. Touchdown, Mules! Edmondson goes 10 yards, and the Mules are back in the ball game. 21-13 the score. And now Colton Palma comes in for the Patriot Auto Glass extra point to make this a 1-touchdown lead for the Knights. Great play by Edmondson there. A phenomenal play. Edmondson the holder. Here is the snap. The kick is on the way. And the Mules are 1 touchdown away from tying this ball game. We'll step away for 30 seconds. You're watching and listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. I'll tell you what, Sean, that big touchdown run, that pass interference call a moment ago on end zoner really set that play up. And Edmondson read that beautifully, got in the end zone, 1st and goal, 10-yard line. His legs will do the rest.
Yeah, Edmondson, excellent run there. He faked a pitch to get the defender off him and then was able to power his way all the way into the end zone. Mules have built some momentum. They got to get a stop here. They cannot let Farmington take this all the way down, run this clock. So let's go defense, get a stop.
Absolutely. Mules now trail by just 7 points, and now we'll see. Tell you what, if you're a Mule fan, it would be a great time, Sean, for maybe one of them turnovers that the Mules have had. Maybe the Knights will give one back to us. What do you think?
That would be great. Let's see if it happens.
All right, here we go on the kickoff. Colton Palma, beautiful kick this time, taken inside the 10-yard line. And we'll see what the Mules here. McLean is going to be taken out at around the 25-yard line. And that's where the Knights will have it, 1st and 10. So this time the Mules on special teams back them up a little bit. Best field position the Mules have had defensively, Sean, in quite some time.
Well, you got me right in the middle of a drink of water. Yeah, the great
drink of water? What? You don't get no water breaks in football.
Yeah, you do. You ever watch Waterboy? That's the central premise.
I mean, I said you don't get water breaks. I do, but you don't, my friend.
No, you don't get water. You get weird green stuff that we don't talk about.
I've got 2 bottles up here ready to go. So here it is, 1st and 10 now. We'll see if the Mules defense can make a big stop here as Dry with a run up the middle. This one's going to get about the 30-yard line, maybe 31-yard line. So a good gain on 1st down. And it has been the Brett Dry show like we thought it would be. And they're going to give him to the 31-yard line. So a gain of around 5 yards right there on 1st down. And that's what the Mules defense is trying to eliminate, is those big runs on 1st down and give their defense a better chance on 2nd and 3rd down. 2nd down and about 5 on the 31-yard line. Dry now once again. They're going to run the football. This one, McLean puts his shoulder pads down, and he'll get to the 40-yard line. A big run that time of 9 yards. McLean is going to give the Knights a 1st down, 2 plays, 1st down. And just like that, the Knights now with a new set of chains. And it is 21-14. Each team with 3 timeouts remaining in the ball game. And the Mules may need those timeouts later on. They are down by a score, 21-14. Mules could sure use a big stop right here on defense. High snap, nearly lost it. Dry tries to bounce outside. He takes something and turns it into it. And Logan Height is there to make that stop. I was going to say, Sean, that was a busted play, but man, that kid, Brett Dry, does it again. It gives him good return there on 1st down.
Yeah, everything about this offense is Brett Dry. He is doing it on the field, on his arm, and he's able to be keeping the Farmington Knights up in this game, and they are burning clock. This looks a lot like the first drive of the game, where Farmington just marched down the field and burned a lot of clock. Looks like they're going to try to get into the 4th quarter without doing anything splashy here.
Absolutely. They're going to run the football, make the Mules defense stop them. There's a big 1st down by McLean. We're going to move the sticks. McLean gets in to Mules territory. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 all the way down to the 46-yard line of the Mules. And that play goes for about 7. And just like that, another 1st down. McLean, 11 carries, 63 yards so far. Or make that 12 carries, 70 yards rather. He is averaging about 6 yards a carry, a big carry that time. And now Farmington, they will have to run one more play. There's about 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And Connor Rice is going to get the carry this time. Tries to bounce outside, and he's not going to get much, I don't believe. Maybe gets about to around the 44-yard line, maybe 2 yards, and that's going to end the 3rd quarter. So the Mules right now, we've got a player down, it looks like, Sean, on the other side. I couldn't see a number. Do you see a number?
It's Romeo Wantorts, number 3.
So Romeo Wantor, we'll check his condition when we come back. We're back in 1 minute. Mules are down 21-7 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Maverick Glass offers repair of automotive, commercial, and residential glass, including mobile repair services. From a chip windshield to a custom glass shower, remember Maverick Glass. Thank you for making Maverick Glass the area's leading glass company for more than 30 years.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Imagine playing sports, reading, or driving without needing contact lenses or glasses. The eye LASIK procedure at Eye Care Specialists could be the answer to help you improve your vision. Call Eye Care Specialists to schedule a free screening.
All right, so here we go as Romeo Wantor was able to get up and go onto the sideline. We'll check in with Sean in just a moment and get his condition. 2nd down and 9 on the 45-yard line. Dry this time. That's a big play. The Mules, a big sack. And that was led by Nico Gaddy, Josh Alcorn, and Lincoln Warren with a big stop that time. A big play, Sean, by the Mules defensive line.
Mules absolutely needed that big stop in the backfield. Looks like they're working on Wantor's right leg. I don't know if it's cramping or something with his calf, but we'll find out more.
So all the way back to the 50-yard line on the Mules side of the 50-yard line. 3rd down and 14. This is a big play right here coming up for the Mules. Dry to pass. He's going to go to the sideline. Has a man there. It's incomplete. The Mules do his job, Sean.
Yeah, I don't think that was going to get them the first down anyway. He's a little too horizontal in the pass and not vertical. Great stop by the defense. Now it's time for the offense to do what their job is and get it down the field.
Let's see what happens here. Boy, the Mules are fighting back even with all the turnovers they have had. It is a reminiscence of last week when Farmington went to Webster Groves. They turned the football over, and they were able to come away with the win. Tonight, the Mules, 3 turnovers on 3 fumbles. They have lost it 6 times, and they turned it over on fumbles 3 times. Boy, good punt by end zoner. Mules just get away from it. Farmington's going to let it go all the way down to the 1-yard line. Tell you what, Sean, great punt by end zoner. That's about a 49-yard punt all the way down to about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it died right on the 2. You can't ask anything more from your punter. Exactly what he was wanting to do. Fantastic punt.
So all the way on the 2-yard line, so we'll give him a net of 48 yards. And now the Mules, they've got to go 98 yards, 11:07 to go here in the ball game. They are down 21-14 at last check. Cape Central still leading 14-0 over the South Side, or St. Mary's rather, St. Mary's South Side. So now we'll see what the Mules can do. This is reminiscence of one of our first drives of the football game inside our own red zone, or inside our end zone rather, I should say. First pass is complete to Darius Graham, and Graham is not going to get a whole lot of yardage. He will get a couple of yards. At least he gets out of the end zone, and they're going to spot him down at around the 5-yard line, it looks like. And that'll be enough for 3 yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 on the 5-yard line. So now we'll see what the Mules offense here. Jay Edmondson, he has been leading this team all season. And now the Mules desperately will need something here to get this fan base into it and keep them into it. Mules down have not led in this ball game. They're going to go over the middle. It's going to be incomplete this time, intended for Darius Graham. 3rd down and 7. 3rd down coming up here for the Mules. Poplar Bluff is 3 out of 6 so far tonight on 3rd down conversions. The Mules are 1 for 1 on 4th down. Well, I'll tell you what, 4th down conversions have been a really big deal for the Knights. They are 3 out of 4 on 4th down. Boy, this Knights team and their fans on their feet on this side. 3rd down and 7. They got to get to the 12. Edmondson is going to be short this time to Hunter Clifford, and they're going to have to punt the football. Not even close that time to Clifford. 4th down and 7 with 10:20 to go in the ball game. So the Mules unable to do anything on that drive. It is a 3-and-out. And now we're going to see Colton Palma come back out, and he'll kick it from his own end zone. The last time, Sean, this happened, Farmington got a good Christmas present, an early present in the end zone. Here is the kick, and this one much different this time. Oh, it takes the Mules bounce all the way to the 40-yard line. Tatum Tinsley makes 1 man miss, 2 men miss, and he is still going inside the 30-yard line. And now the Mules have a man slow to get up. It was Nico Gaddy, but he does get up. So a return of about 15 yards. And now Farmington, boy, they are already in Mules territory, and they're going to mark him down at the 26-yard line. So now the defense, it is backed up in a big, big way.
Yeah, Romeo Wantor has returned to the field, but he does look a little ginger. So we'll see how he's going to react here, see if Farmington tries to exploit this on the left side.
So now we'll see what the Mules here can do defensively. They need a big stop here. Something has to happen for the Mules. McLean still going, and he is going to be, oh, the ball is going to, no, he's going to score. Or did he, no, he's going to be just shy. I thought, Sean, that was going to be a touchdown all the way.
That was a fantastic effort by number 26 to stay on his feet. He even reached out and thought he had scored the touchdown, but the ref says his knee hit at the 1, and that's where the ball's going to be placed.
I thought that was a touchdown by McLean all the way. Boy, he is so athletic, burns the Mules there on a 25-yard pickup down to about the 1. So now this is dangerous territory, 9:39, and they're going to hand it off, and they will score again. McLean takes it in the end zone. It is back to a 2-touchdown lead. The Knights come all the way back and score. Mules had a chance, but they went 3 and out, and now it is 27-14. So now Tinsley, the holder in zoner, is going to be the kicker. The extra point coming up. We are coming up on 9 o'clock here tonight. And here's the kick, and it's right down at Grand Central Station. It is up, and it is good. And now it is quickly a 28-14 score.
Season.
So now we're going to keep it right here, Sean. The Mules down by 2 touchdowns, still not over, but the Mules have got to get points on this drive, and the defense has to make a big stop coming up.
Yeah, it's not over, but the Mules are going to have to score, and they're probably going to score pretty quickly based on how Farmington has been able to chew up clock here in the second half. Well, I think they're probably going to try to make a deep threat pretty early in this drive, but we'll see what the Mules coaching staff has in mind.
All right, Sean, thank you so much. So we'll see what the Mules can do. Cape Central at last check, they were winning their ball game at 14-0. We'll get a quick score on them. If this holds, then Cape Central would end up in host next week. But we still have some time left here. So end zoner's going to kick it off. It's going to be a shorter kickoff. And Darius Graham gets it at the 20-yard line, up the sideline, and he'll step out of bounds. Good return there by the Mules, and Poplar Bluff is going to have it now. 1st and 10 coming up, and it'll be on the 37-yard line, it looks like. And that's where the Mules offense will begin. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by First Midwest Bank, Scott Law Group LLC, also being brought to you by Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Russians Towing. Also being brought to you by Baldwin Toyota, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, Patriot Auto Glass, and Christian Automotive and Tire. So Mules have it now, 1st and 10 at 37-yard line, 9:31 to go here in the ball game. Edmondson, as Sean said a moment ago, trying to make that deep presence felt. And I'll tell you what, Edmondson spinning around, and let me tell you something, Sean. Tell you what, the Mules are lucky that time. That could have been a hold very easily on the offensive line.
And also, Edmondson opened him up for some pretty big shots he was able to avoid. But, I mean, if he just is a foot one way or the other on one of those spins, that could end very poorly.
Tell you what, a lot of movement there for the Mules, only for about 1 yard. It'll bring up 2nd down, and, well, I think he's on the 39-yard line, so we'll give him 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. So 2nd down, the scoreboard up there says 2nd and 9. He is clearly on the 39. So we'll give him the yard. Edmondson, though, he's going to go down this time. It's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Good sportsmanship there between Zoner and by Romeo Wantor. Boy, the Mules, after scoring and getting back in the ball game, have started to kind of falter here a little bit. 3rd down and 8 coming up for Poplar Bluff. Mules are 3 out of 7 right now on 3rd down conversions. They need a big 1st down here. 8:40 left here in the ball game. And Farmington giving them a little bit of space up front. Their secondary moving back a little bit, expecting a deep bomb. Edmondson, nobody's open. They miss one. Going to go over the middle and nearly nearly connected, and it's going to be Dylan Hall. Lot of contact, no call. And I'll tell you what, Sean, I like the no call there. It was one-on-one, and that's just good defense all the way around.
Yeah, number 10 by Farmington was able to jump a little bit on that pass, made a fantastic play to knock it down, almost made the pick. That was right that there was no call there.
You know what, Sean? This could be the season right here. 4th down and 9. Mules have got to get a first down by 2 scores, and Farmington knows it. Edmondson's going to go right back to the air, and it is connected this time. And Romeo Wantor right at midfield. It's an 11-yard gain, and it is a Larry Hillis Dodge first down. That was a huge catch there by Romeo Wantor.
That was a fantastic catch to reach up and grab that and keep the Mules season alive. That's only step 1. There's still a long way to go.
Long way to go indeed. First down and 10 on the 50-yard line. At last check, it was 14-0. Haven't got a score update in a long time. Over the middle, and Dylan Hall somehow comes away with a catch. That was a great catch by Dylan Hall that time, Sean. Big time catch.
Yeah, sliding catch by Hall to get the first down, keep this drive going. Excellent effort. Great way of getting his body down to get behind the ball and make that catch.
That's a 14-yard pickup there by the Mules. Clock continues to run, coming up on the 8-minute mark. Edmondson thought about going one way. Now it goes downfield. It's going to be incomplete. It was intended downfield for Derek Burton. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 to go. 4th down, or I should say 4th quarter rather, for the Mules. And Poplar Bluff right now find themselves down in the football game. It is 9:01 here on a Friday night. We are so glad to have you alongside for Mules football. Mules down by 2 scores. They've got to go 8 minutes now to go in the ball game. Edmondson once again going downfield, going to be incomplete. Once again, one-on-one matchup there between end zoner and Romeo Wantor. Wantor wanted a flag, didn't get one, Sean. Once again, I think it was great coverage by end zoner.
Yeah, it was just fantastic coverage by end zoner. Edmondson is rushing his passes. That's caused them to sky a couple of them. He's going to need to calm down. He needs to act fast, but he can't rush.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a big Mules fan, but I tell you what, Sean, this Farmington team, they're doing really good one-on-one matchups right now. Got to give it to the officials not calling those plays. I know they want a flag. Once again, Edmondson trying to go downfield. He's got a man there this time, and I believe he's going to have enough for a Larry Hillis Dodge first down.
Yes, fantastic catch by Wantor, coming back, making himself open, getting the catch, getting down to the 24-yard line for a Larry Hillis Dodge first down.
So a big gain of 12 yards there, and now the Mules 7:49 to go in the ball game. Mules down by 2 touchdowns. Tell you what, if the Mules can punch one in coming up, it's not over just yet. Oh, blitz that time. Boy, the Mules, they read it greatly, and the Mules, Jay Edmondson's able to get back to the line of scrimmage, Sean. Maybe 1 yard of forward progress. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, and that is a fantastic play for Farmington because that keeps that clock moving. The clock is the Mules' enemy at this point.
Mules have got to put points on the board on this drive, no doubt. Here we go, Edmondson, 2nd down. Looking for a receiver. They got to get rid of it. And he's going to be tripped from behind. So Edmondson's going to lose some yards. Boy, I tell you what, the secondary coverage right now by the Knights, man, they are all over Poplar Bluff and not allowing anybody to get open. That's a 5-yard loss. 3rd down and 14.
Yeah, Edmondson has got to realize when something is not there and throw it out. That sack was the absolute last thing that can happen in this situation.
6:14, or make that 6:39 rather, and counting. It's a big 3rd down. They've got 2 plays to get 14 yards. If the Mules can still score in the next 2 minutes or so, they're going to go downfield, and this one is thrown behind Romeo Wantor. And now it's 4th down. The clock will stop, and the Mules have 1 play to get 14 yards.
Seems like we were here just a couple minutes ago.
Can
the Mules do it again?
This is the season right here, Sean. You and I both know it, my friend.
What are they going to pull out of their rabbit hat? You got to know Wantor is going to be their first primary look. Is the Farmington defense going to double cover him, prevent that from going on without leaving another receiver open?
There we go. So now 4th down and 14. Here comes the blitz. Over the middle is over the head of Romeo Wantor. Incomplete, no flags, and it's a turnover on downs.
That is a backbreaker. Just too high on the pass. Farmington will have the ball, and yeah, I guarantee you, you're not going to see very many passes on this drive.
No, you're going to see all runs for sure. Poplar Bluff not able to really do much here in this game. It looked like at one point, making it 21-14, they might come away and get some momentum, but man, Farmington has really stopped all that. A run play, and the Mules know where they're going to go with it here. It's going to be all runs. McLean is going to get the first carry that time. He's going to get about 2 yards. 2nd down and 8, and now that clock is going to run, Sean. They don't have to run a play until the play clock gets to below 5, and right now it's sitting at 17. Game clock at 5:51, or make that 5:48 rather.
And it looks like they're setting up in a I formation. I feel they're going to try to do some sort of quarterback draw here.
Possibly so, it looks like. It's going to be a handoff. This one, good job by Joshua Alcorn. They read it really good that time. Mules defense, they read it good. The problem is, though, it's 5:40, or make that 5:25. If the Mules can get a big stop here on 3rd down, we're still down by 2 scores.
Down by 2 scores, probably going to get the ball back with around 4 minutes left. Farmington didn't get a whole lot on this drive. They killed at least 1/3 of the clock remaining. And that's going to start becoming, I mean, Poplar Bluff's going to have 4 minutes to get 2 scores. That's a real tough ask.
That's a really tough ask indeed. The only thing is, if Poplar Bluff can get a score maybe quickly on the drive, they still have 3 timeouts. That's the only saving grace. However, they got to get a stop here first. They're going to try to run it outside, bounce it outside. He is still going on his feet. I don't think he got the first down, Sean, did he?
I don't think he did, but we also have a flag on the field in the vicinity of, I'm going to guess, holding. We'll see what the call is actually going to be.
Gabe Giuliani was the man that took it that time. We'll see.
Holding on the offense.
So do you decline it? I think so. You would think it'd be declined. 4:45, as you said, the clock stops now. On the off.
They're going to accept it.
They're going to accept it. Well, the clock will stop now because of the hold at 4:45. It will back them up.
The clock will stop, but the went out of bounds. So, I mean, they're going to get Farmington another play here to kill 40 seconds off the clock.
Well, it's going to bring up, they're going to mark him back at the, I'm okay with that. It's going to mark him back at the 19. 3rd down and 19. Now they're going to run it again, and this one, I like the play. I'll tell you why, Sean, because at least now, instead of it being 4th down and probably about 2 or 3, it's going to bring up 4th down and about 16. And now we're going to get a timeout, a big timeout used by the Mules, presented by First Choice Insurance. So the Mules will get the football back with 4:39, but man, they're in a big task, down by 2 scores. They're going to have to get a quick score, you would think, to have any chance at all to come back in this ball game.
And I have a feeling they're probably going to bring the house on this punt, because the few times Farmington has punted in this game, they've been very good punts. So let's see what's going to happen this time.
Boy, how cool would it be for the Mules to end up and, you know, if they do get this punt, assuming they kick it away, I'm sure they will, how big would that be if the Mules can wind up and maybe return one to the house?
Or just block it like Farmington did in the first quarter.
I'm okay with that, whatever you want to do.
Time is running out.
Yes, it is. Time is indeed running out for the Mules here this season. We'll see if Poplar Bluff is able. Here is the punt coming up by end zoner. And we're going to get flags down. Flags everywhere. Laundry everywhere, Sean.
I'm going to guess this is probably a false start. I had already moved to the other side of the field.
So you better get back. You better run. You better hurry up and get back. No, it's going to be against the Knights. Or wait a minute. No, they're moving up. It's going to be against the Mules. It's going to be offsides. So the Mules offsides here. It's going to put them on the 26.
They were coming after him. They wanted that block and got a little too excited.
4th down and 12 now. Mules doing it again. They're rushing it, trying to get the punt. Oh, they almost did it again. Dylan, or make that Darius Graham. He's going to pick it up on the 38-yard line, and he's not going to go far. Up to about the 40-yard line. That's about it. So now the Mules have to go 60 yards.
Yeah, Darius Graham almost fumbled it trying to pick it up the first time. Had to double back on it, pick him up. That allowed time for the Knights returners to get down to him and prevent him from getting any real good yardage on that return.
Yep, absolutely indeed. So now we'll see what the Mules can do with it here. They've got to go a long way. They're going to have to go an awful long way here just to get something going. And now we'll see if the Mules can go 60 yards in a timely fashion. We'll see what they can do. I've seen miracles before. Edmondson, though, is going to have to tuck it and run. He's going to try to get outside, try to get out of bounds. I think he will. He doesn't get much yardage, though, Sean, but the clock will stop.
Yeah, his clock stops, but he did run some time just trying to find something to do. And that is something you can't do. You got to be either, hey, you have a thing or you got to get rid of it.
So not much on the carry there, maybe about 3 yards. Tell you what, this Mules team, or I should say Farmington team rather, their secondary is the players of the game today. Now he goes deep downfield. He's got a man one-on-one. And yes, sir, it's a good catch along the sideline.
That was number 10.
That was a big catch by Hunter Clifford. They've been trying to get the ball his way a few times here in this football game. The clock stops with 4:12 to go, right at the 25-yard line. Big play there to Hunter Clifford, and now we'll see what the Mules, what their offense is going to be able to do with it now. And Edmondson now is going to go up the middle. He's going to try to bounce outside. He won't get there this time. He won't get outside.
It's going to be stopped 2 yards short of the first down as well.
They're going to mark him down, it looks like, at what, the 17-yard line, I believe?
16.
16, so a 9-yard pickup that time, 2nd down and 1. So we'll see what the Mules can do. 3:43 now, flags come out. Is it a free play for the Mules? This one's a wobbly pass in the end zone. Touchdown if it stands. It is a touchdown.
But we're going to have to see if this is an illegal motion on the offense. I don't know where it was thrown. Yeah, it's a legal shift against the Mules.
Against the Mules. Illegal shift. Romeo Wantor caught the pass.
I think Mules had a player moving there at the snap, and those immediately called, and unfortunately it's going to bring 6 off the board.
So it's going to be against Poplar Bluff now. 3:34 to go here in the ball game. And Poplar Bluff, that was a huge penalty there against the Mules. Huge, huge penalty. Huge penalty. Here we go. Quick pass to the outside. This one is caught. They're going to say he stayed inbounds. Darius Graham with the catch.
First down, Graham went down on his shoulder at the 12, but it wasn't enough for a first down.
It is a Liberty Hills Dodge first down, 3:25 and counting here in the ball game. Mules can't afford to waste much more time. This one is going to be batted down Boy, this secondary here, Sean, by Farmington, they're my players of the game. They've been really good all night long against the Mules.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact, and the Mules sideline is letting the refs know about it. I don't know if it's exactly enough for a pass interference, but the Mules coaching staff definitely believes so.
You know, I like the fact that the officials haven't really called a lot of pass interference, letting the boys work it out. I kind of like the no calls, honestly.
I agree, too. I think it was incidental contact at best.
So now Edmondson looking around, going toward the middle, and this one is going to be batted down as well right at the last second, and that's going to bring up third down. It is 3-13. Go ahead, Sean.
Number 2 by Farmington got a hand on it, but then number 17 on the Mules had his hands on it too, but could not pull it in.
Yeah, Gabe Giuliani for Farmington, Dylan Hall for the Mules. Boy, what can we pull out of our sleeve right now? 3-13, 2 timeouts, third down and 10, 12-yard line. What can the Mules pull out of the hat? Edmondson, once again, going downfield, touchdown, Mules! Dylan Hall, yes, sir! Give them 6 more. And now the Mules have climbed back in, but is it too late?
3 minutes left. That's more than enough time with Poplar Bluff having 2 timeouts to get a stop and get the ball back. Do they go for an onside kick, though? Try to force the issue. They got to hit this field goal first.
So now Colton Palma coming up for the extra point, presented by Patriot Auto Glass. It is up, and it is good. And the Mules now, woo, what a game. What a season for the Mules. Mules climb back in. Farmington let that door open just a little bit, and the Mules, Sean, has come back in.
There is life, but defense has got to get a stop. Mules scored a touchdown earlier in this half, and we saw how Farmington responded. Poplar Bluff is going to have to stop that from happening. 1 or 2 first downs, and this game could be over.
Absolutely indeed. And now we're getting some scoring updates here. 41-13 Jackson midway through the 4th. 14-6 Cape Central over St. Mary's. Festus ends at Sykeston season 51-7. You know, you made a comment earlier, Sean, about Sykeston, man. They went 0-9 regular season, come back in the playoffs and beat Perryville last week. Their first win of the year. We knew it was going to be a big test going up against Festus, but hats off to Sykeston. Even though they didn't have the best season, got a big win in districts.
Yeah, those playoff wins just hit different. Good on the Bulldogs for at least getting on the board there at the end. So, Frankie, I ask you, do you onside kick here?
So here we go now as the Mules get ready to receive the kickoff. We shall see if the Mules, is Colton Palma, does he go for the onside? They've got 3:07 to go. We'll see what they do. Palma is about to kick it off. I think Farmington's anticipating a onside. We'll see. It's going to try to be an onside kick, but the Mules, or I should say Farmington, they read that perfectly, and they were able to just fall on it. And now Farmington has pretty good field position. Forget about the field position. It's about now, can the Mules defense, can they get a big stop right now?
Yeah, the field position for Farmington really doesn't matter. They don't need to go 55 yards. They need to go 20.
So now we're going to see what the Mules are able to do with it here. We'll see if Poplar Bluff is able to figure out a way to get a turnover. They're going to have to get a stop here, no doubt. Farmington, they have done their job. And here we go. Here's the first handoff. And like you said, maybe 1 or 2 first downs, and this game will come to an end. If I was the Mules, I don't think I'd call a timeout right there.
Not right now. I would wait till if they get a first down here, then you start calling them.
Then you start
under
using
2
them.
minutes.
That's right, absolutely. Mules, I think if the Mules would have maybe backed them up a little bit more on first down, that would have been a great time to possibly call the timeout, but they didn't get that done. So now they're going to have to just hope that maybe Farmington has a miscue here. 2:31 to go in the ball game. Mules down by 7. Mules do not want their season to end here on this field. They would love to be able to get a win. There's a handoff, and there's a first down. and now it becomes very difficult for the Mules to get the ball back. That's a big first down by McLean.
Mules player's down, holding his hand. I can't tell what number he is.
You got a better vantage point than I do. I've got everybody. It's going to be, Spencer Nunn, number 28 for the Mules is who that one's going to be. So
Looked
Spencer
like
Nunn.
Shoulder maybe? Shoulder or his left arm, something around that area.
So it looks like Cape Central will once again do the same thing as last year. If this score holds, it looks like they are on their way to hosting yet again another district championship game. So Poplar Bluff, they don't want their season to come to an end here, but man, they're in a lot of trouble now. 2:16 to go here in the ball game, Sean. And it's a first down for the Knights.
Yeah, the Mules have one more timeout. So even if you do get a stop, you're looking at least a minute 20 going off this clock.
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot. They're not gonna have a lot of time to work with, that's for sure. But they got to get a stop first. This is really irrelevant if we don't get a stop. So now McLean again. He is going to get a couple of yards. Good job that time by Joshua Alcorn. And the Mules are going to call their third and final timeout. First choice insurance timeout.
This is it if you're Poplar Bluff.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. No, the Mules have one more timeout, Sean. They've got one timeout left.
Okay. I thought the Mules had just called their
No,
last
that was an injury timeout.
Ah, okay.
So the Mules have one timeout, but it's still, if the Mules second down in about 8, second down and 7 coming up, Mules still mathematically, it's going to end up being maybe a little under a minute to go possibly.
Yeah, I would think of probably around a minute 20, somewhere in there. And that's not counting if the Mules are able to get their ball on the ball and
You're right.
strip it.
That's exactly right. Mules have one more timeout, second down and 6, but here's the kicker. Mules give up a first down here, it's season over for the Mules.
Also, the scoreboard has Mules with no timeouts left.
Okay, so they did call it. I thought, okay, I wasn't sure. So no timeouts left, so that changes everything very much so. McLean is not going to get the first down here. Aiden Pratt doing a good job, and now a Farmington player was slow to get up. Now he gets up. Clock now runs under 2 to go. It's a 40-second clock. So Mules maybe will have about 30 seconds left if they get a stop here. They got to get a stop.
I'm going to say this might be 4-down territory if you're Farmington. You're almost to the 25.
I don't think they will. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll punt it away, run it down and punt it possibly. Make them go the full length of the football field in less than a minute. But we'll see. Brett Dry taking his time. Play clock is down to 4. 1:23 to go. And they're going to call a timeout. Farmington will call a timeout with 1:20 to go. You might be right, Sean. It might end up being 4-down territory in this situation.
Yeah, especially if they get 2 yards here. Looking at 4th and 2 from about the 22, 24, somewhere in there. A punt's going to gain you at most, 10, 15 yards?
Maybe.
Yeah. And it might just go out of bounds or out of the end zone and put it on the 20 for 5 yards. I think they might seriously consider going for it if the Mules get a stop here.
Absolutely. We'll see what the Mules are able to do with it here on this timeout called by the Knights. So the Knights use a timeout, and Poplar Bluff season hangs in the balance. 28-21, it's been the turnover game. Farmington has come down 67, and they were able to force some big key turnovers in the first half, and then that big turnover there in the second half on the opening kickoff there, and that's been the difference. Here is the run. This one is not going to get a first down, I don't believe. Did he get the first down, Sean? It's close.
He's close.
I think he got it.
I think he's going to get it.
I think he got it. If he got it, it's ball game. It is. Farmington gets the first down. The season will come to an end for Poplar Bluff. Wow. Unbelievable.
fantastic effort by Farmington.
Absolutely.
Fantastic effort by the Mules.
Take nothing away from Farmington. They've come in here and they've earned this win tonight, no doubt.
Yes, Farmington deserved to win. They played
did.
hard. They got the yardage. They absolutely deserve to go to the district
I'll tell you
championship.
who the key guy was in this game besides Brett Dry, and that's Sam Woodson. He was a stud here tonight. Now we got flags down.
Good job.
This is just not necessary.
It's unnecessary. It was a hard-fought game. Good job by the officials to jump in there and get it calmed down. But here's the deal. It's just raw emotion right now because nobody wants to go home in the semifinals. It's 28-21.
And you can see maybe trying to force a quick fumble, but when you do this, you cause something like this to happen.
Well, they kicked him out. I'll be darned.
I'm not
So
sure.
I think,
exactly what that
I think
motion was.
I think McLean just got kicked out of the ball game. Is what's going on, and Coach Krupe is very unhappy. I think a player was disqualified, is what it was.
I have not heard any kind of disqualification.
No,
Would that affect
that's
him
what
for the
just
district final?
happened.
Would that affect him in the district final?
I don't know. It's a great point. I don't know.
I didn't really see him do much of anything.
So I don't. Well, they moved the ball up more against the Mules, so I'm not really.
Yeah. A personal foul was called against the Mules.
So now they're going to victory formation here, 42 seconds, and they'll have to run one more play. But, man, you hate to see the season come to an end this way, but Poplar Bluff, their season will come to an end. Farmington winds up and gets the win. But I guess the bigger story is for the Farmington Knights here as they get ready to go into Cape Central next week. Cape Central, at last check, they were still winning their football game. So they're going to be able to host, and I want to turn our attention. We'll let Tim get the players on camera as they walk and shake hands. This will be the final game for some of these seniors for Poplar Bluff. And you hate to see that happen for Poplar Bluff. We've got some great seniors. So the Knights will go in to Cape Central next week, I believe, is what we're being told now. We don't have a final score yet, but we'll get Sean back up in here in just a moment, and the season will come to an end here tonight by the Knights here. The Knights come in, they get the victory 28-21, and this season will come to an end for the Mules. Poplar Bluff will fall to 5-5 on the season. Farmington goes to 6-5 on the season. And for some of the players like Mason West going to come over here and shake hands with the fans over here. And tell you what, Mason West has had a great season. Clayton Stark out there, number 76. You see the Mules players. For those of you watching us on Misha TV right now and on Facebook, we can show the Facebook feed. Right now, Cape Central still leads 14-6 with 6:09 to go in the ball game. So Farmington, if this score holds, they'll be heading to Cape Central next week as they lead by 8 points late in their ball game. But you see the Mules players, DJ Hubbrin's down there, all gathered around each other. And it's a disappointing end to the Mules football season this year, coming to an end at home as the number 1 seed, first time as a number 1 seed since this playoff was established. And we're going to get Coach Patillo here in just a moment. We'll get him on the program with us as we were watching the Mules here down on the football field there, huddled in as a team. We'll get Coach in here in just a moment and talk about today's game. And first off, Coach, not the result, obviously, that we wanted, but first and foremost, your kids that never gave up. They battled all the way through, and they darn near come back and made this a good ball game.
Yeah, you know, that's one thing that I feel really good about these seniors. This is a group that, you know, have always fought. You know, it hasn't always been a big group, but they've stuck it out, been through some battles, been through some, you know, great challenges over the last 3 and 4 years for some of them. And, I'm just proud that I get to coach them. I hate it that it goes out like this, but this is just another learning experience for them, for their growth, and then the young guys. We hope that it stings enough that we don't want to be in this position, next year.
Absolutely, and I'm looking at the team right now, and I know you were down there for just a moment, and I know that this is, just happened. What's the mindset right now for mainly our seniors like Logan Height and Clayton Stark down there, Chase O'Neal and those guys? I mean, they were a great team to watch all year, Coach. I've had a lot of fun this year with these guys.
Oh, yeah, and, it's just, like I said, we just didn't put a lot of things together tonight. The turnovers, we had 2 turnovers, led right to some touchdowns, and they got up quick on us. And they're a controlled team, and they controlled the clock in the second half pretty well. We just never really got much of a run game going. Sometimes that's by design, but sometimes it's not. And we've got to take the things that the defense gives us, but defensively, there's a couple times we made some stops, got the ball back. We just didn't complete enough of the possessions, but like I said, you hate to see anything come to an end like a season like this, and you want it to keep going. We talked to the kids today about the fact that we've had 5 district championships in Poplar Bluff history, and they're hard to come by.
Absolutely.
And, we, just trying to get them to understand the mindset that you got to have to get to that point. And, and it still takes everybody. We still have to, play well together, and people have to do jobs. And somebody said it. It was there was one of our actually teachers at the junior high was talking to me today, and she mentioned the fact that it's hard to get a team the size of a football team for everybody to be clicking all the time, and that is very tough. But this is a good group of kids, and like I said, we'd like to see us do a lot better, but we're still proud of them, all in all.
Let's stay with the seniors, and for you personally, Coach, this group of seniors here that we had this year, what do they mean to you? I mean, they've been around you now for a long time, even before high school level. You knew these kids long before in elementary. Talk about the seniors and what this group means to you personally.
Well, they've always been a joy to work with, and the fact that 4 of them this morning are the 4 guys that are pushing themselves in the weight room. And, I don't know if people know this or not, but we lift on game day. And it's a pretty light lift. It's more of just, hey, let's get in, let's flex a little bit, let's get warm, let's get awake. But those 4 seniors are over there working as hard as anybody. And, that's the leadership that this group has. And they've always been workers. And, we're going to miss that part because, like I said, they work hard, they practice hard. They're winning type kids. And it's disappointing because, again, you got to have more numbers that are all bought into that same mentality. And we've just got to get those younger ones to do that as well. And they have that ability as well.
I'm going to stop right here for just a moment. Tim's got this on camera. You've got number 7, Jay Edmondson there standing on the football field. You've got Mason West also taking a knee there, trying to soak all this in. For a senior like Mason West, I want to mention him for a moment. We didn't know where he was going to end up in week 1. We knew he was going to come off the bench in a backup role for quarterback. And by the time we got to week 11, he was not only out there as a receiver, also making some blocks. Number 1, you talk about a kid with heart, determination, never going to give up. Mason West checks all those boxes.
He's exactly that young man, and the one that I'm talking about. He's like I said, he's just a hard worker. He always has been, and has that overachiever mentality, and just a great kid, great individual. That's the thing about him is he's a better individual than he is anything else, and that's what I'm proud of because he could have really let himself get down this year, and I'm sure at times it was, but he didn't, and he stayed with it, and he played a role that we asked him to play, and like I said, I'm proud of him, and I thank him, for taking a step back and then taking a step forward to fill, the need that we needed at wide receiver.
You know what I like about this team more than anything else other than football? I like the fact that you coaches, you guys teach these boys to be men and better people in the community, and that shows. I know we've had some ticky-tack fouls here and there. That's just football for you. But what I'm talking about is these kids, they're still kids to me. You see them interact with the youngsters, the community members here, and it's all about respect. And that's what, it's bigger than football to me. And I think you coaches should be commended for the job you guys do and the hours you guys put in on and off the football field to make these kids into men.
Well, and you hope that it's seen. And like I said, all week this week we were dealing with stuff. With us being out of school on Monday and Tuesday, we had a few people missing practice. They had some makeup work to do. And, that's all part of it. But again, it's, you just hope that we don't want to give up on kids. And I think that's one thing that we really try to strive and stay with them and help them grow. But there's also that time in which you got to put your foot down and say, hey, let's take care of business and let's get it over with. But, they're kids. You got to coach them through it. I'm Coach Pilot and I, Coach Severs, are the old dinosaurs of the group. And but, we still feel a little bit spry. And, the other guys, they work their butt off. And, it's going to be tough because this next week, even though you're tired at the end of the year, you want to be there. You want to be working, and you want to see the kids excel. And that's just the thing that I hate, that not for us personally. Sure. We've been through enough stuff in our lives. It's to see kids succeed, and that's what we would love to see.
What's your fondest memory when this day is over? You go back on this season, 10 football games. What is your fondest moment of 2023? I know it's on the spot. If you can pick one moment, what would that be?
I don't know that I could pick one moment. And it's, like I said, I don't think I can pick one moment. There's so many. The games are fun.
Sure.
And it's a lot of fun to come out here and see our kids excel and do things well. Jay had that real big game up there at Farmington against them. And we didn't necessarily play that great in the first half, but, controlled things in the second half. And, all our guys are doing things that are, close to record book type stuff, with Height and Darius and Romeo. And those guys are all just it's fun to see them excel and succeed. The one thing that, and I'm serious when I say this, I don't think I could do this job if you didn't like to go to practice.
Sure.
But going to practice, and the first thing that I do is I usually drive out the mule. I get out the football. As my quarterbacks start throwing, I start talking to them. They start I have to run off a couple of the defensive line coaches because they want to come over and teach my quarterbacks how to throw, which is not a pretty sight. But no, just going out and working with the kids and being on the field. And but like I said, there wasn't any one thing. I think, like I said, There's just many. It's hard for me to explain.
I get it. Can we both agree to one simple thing here? Look to your left right in there. Can we both agree that Tim Hicks is a hell of a guy, number one?
Yeah.
I mean, gives up his family. It's not me, it's him. He gives up his family time every single week. His kid was sick today, Coach, and he didn't want to miss this game.
Yeah.
He came out here and did this game for us. So I appreciate him and everything he does. And, you know, we couldn't be – if it wasn't for him doing the video, there's no way we'd be where we are today. So I appreciate that from him.
Well, and you know, this is a heck of a deal. And you guys do a great job of covering us. It makes it, you know, exciting for everybody at home that don't get, you know, that you don't get a chance to come out. And, you know, it's like my father-in-law. He's sick and not doing well. And, you know, I say not doing well. He's doing better than he's been doing in probably in over a year. But I'm sure he's watching the game with Kathy at home. And so, you know, that gives everybody a chance to see it. I do want to say this, and I want to kind of give a shout-out to Tony Webb and his family. They're going through his wife, sister has passed away, and, you know, we had a big discussion today about, you know, being part of the Mule family.
Sure.
And, you know, Tony and I have been very close for a very long time, and, of course, I've coached him, and, you know, he's been back to talk to our kids at different times, and, you know, he's coached our kids in youth basketball. And you know, anytime that you have the kind of situation that they've had, we just hope that we can rally around. Hopefully the Mule family will all rally around them, and I just want to give a shout out and prayers to them.
Absolutely. So well said. And, Coach, thank you again for the access that you guys have given us, not just today, but all year and really the last 5 or 6 years that we've been streaming. You guys have given us unlimited access, and we really appreciate it. And I'm just sorry that we're not going to be on the air next Friday one more time.
I know. Me too.
We get a couple of weeks off before basketball season goes. And what are you going to do this year for basketball season? You going to come out and do some games with me?
Actually, I'm going to be officiating with him a little bit here and there.
Oh, Jordan Penn behind us, the assistant AD. Where are you going to be officiating at?
Oh, I'm going to do a little basketball here and there. Pat Sarda and Chris Russian and Bobby.
I know who to criticize now 100%. Well, Coach, thank you again for everything.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yes.
I will tell you, the radio guy can get kicked out. Just letting you know.
I don't think it's possible. I've never seen that happen before. Have you seen that happen before?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, Coach, thank you so much for not only tonight but a great season, and I look forward to next season already, my friend.
All right, buddy.
You betcha. Coach Patillo joining us live here on the postgame. Mules fall tonight 28-21 over the Farmington Knights. Their season comes to an end tonight, 5-5 on the season, and what a season it was. And one of my favorite memories here with this team this year was definitely in Cape Central when we went to overtime and beat Cape in overtime. That is definitely one of my favorite moments. And I talked about Tim being one of the true guys of this broadcast. Sean, you're no slouch either. I appreciate you coming in every home game. I've heard people tell me this all year long, how much they appreciate the sideline stuff. You put a good feel into it. We're on the visitor side, and you can see stuff we can't see, even with binoculars. And, man, I appreciate your friendship and, more importantly, the hard work you bring into it, because without guys like you and Tim, we wouldn't be where we are. So I'm sad to see the season come to an end, but thank you again, truly, for your hard work as well.
Hey, it's no problem. It's a lot of fun coming and watching the boys play every Friday night. And everything's got to end at some point. You hate that it ends here. You know the Mules feel they could have gotten to the next round. They could have gotten to the next round. Some nights it's just not your night, and the breaks didn't go our way tonight, and the Mules will going to have to regroup, and the seniors who are going to play basketball are going to look to basketball. Those who are juniors and sophomores are now going to start getting ready for next year, because you know what? Always got to keep working, always got to keep pushing forward. I can't wait to see what they do coming up next season. You talk
about basketball season, and literally, Tim and I, we're going to take literally 2 weeks and 1 day off officially, and coming up November 18th, we'll be in the basketball gym. It'll be the Mules in Kickapoo live in Poplar Bluff. And before you know it, we're going to be talking about the showdown coming up. Can't wait for that. Guys, thank you again for a great broadcast and a great season. Mules ended here tonight 5-5 on the year. Let's say so long. Before we do, let's thank our sponsors first and foremost. Without them, we're not on the air, period. First Midwest Bank, Scott Law Group, LLC, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers. Also being brought to you by Russians Towing, Baldwin Toyota, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. Also Patriot Auto Glass, Christian Automotive and Tire, Eye Care Specialist, Larry Hillis Dodge, Air Solutions, Edmondson Warren and Holt Legal Services. Also being brought to you by Maverick Glass and Senator Jason Bean. Now the folks who make all this possible, our Chief Engineer Charlie Lampy, our General Manager John Rice, our Sales Manager Tereska Stockton, our wonderful sales crew. They do such a phenomenal job each and every season. They include Nikki Pageant, also Courtney Cotton and Jessica Wrinkle. For Sean Mannon, Tim Hicks, I'm Frankie Castile. Thank you so much for bringing us into your homes each and every Friday. We'll see you back on Saturday, November the 18th, when the Mules take on Kickapoo. We'll have that game live coming up on November 18th. Thanks again for watching. You've been watching and listening to Mules